Hey everybody, hey everybody, happy Wednesday. How are y'all doing? It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley. We are on time today. So much to discuss. I have been so eager for this live. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Yes, honey, we are going to talk about all of it. So I have some fun tea for y'all as well. I always knew that when the day came about Tyra Banks, I would tell this story. So yeah, it's nothing. I don't think anything scandalous, but yeah, we'll just talk. I want y'all more people to come on in the room. Come on in the room, get situated. Come on in the room. Yes, honey, find your pew and have a seat. Yes, come on in. Waiting for my moderators to get in. Come on in. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? I hope y'all are feeling good. Hey, come on in, y'all. Come on in. Yes, honey. We're gonna talk about all of it, honey, because Tyra played. Yes, come on. Yes, yeah. We're starting off with a fun story. Come on in. How are y'all doing? I have my wine. I have some Pinot Grigio. All right, come on in, y'all. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. You're getting me through the last hour of my day. Okay, we have South Africa in the room. Yes. Hey, how are you? You know I always have a story. I always have something up my pocket. All right. Yes, come on, Belize. Yes, come on in, y'all. Who got the church mints? Thank you. Y'all are so yes. We're gonna get you a spritz, honey. Come on. Thank you so much. First time catching a live. Yes. Okay, I'm happy. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Work is awful today, so I've been looking forward to this. Okay, well, I hope that we can. I hope that you can just ease your mind and have a good time and don't think about the hard work day. Okay, so I'm praying that you have maybe an hour left to work. I hope that we can make it. I can make it as smooth as possible. Oh yes, honey. We always have a good story over here, honey. My main takeaway: Nigel Barker is still fine. Yes, honey. Come on. I'm gonna be here before sleep takes over. Night shift life. Well, come on in. I hope I can keep you up before for the night shift. Oh, thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Yes, just a classic white tee, honey. Something simple but still chic. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Yes, I feel refreshed. I feel refreshed. You said you were listening to my old post. Oh, involving Candace and Monique season 5. Child, we've come a long way, haven't we? All right. The days of me screaming and hollering over the housewives are over. So yeah, you saw how passionate I was back in the day, and then you saw how the people in the comments trying to fight me, and I'm going back. Yeah, it was a time. Come on in, y'all. Come, yeah, honey. We are having a nice little drink, a little Pinot Grigio. Come on, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Y'all are so sweet. All right, y'all. Hey, Jameer. Now, Jameer, I was waiting on you. Oh, okay. Come on. You officially entered escrow on a condo. I found me a home, honey. Oh, cheers to that. Cheers to that, honey. Let's clink glasses. Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations. Jameer, come on in. Okay, Jameer, I think it's just you. Now, Jameer. Y'all were a witness in the Potomac Live on Monday. Did the good people not beg and ask me about being a moderator? And where are they? Jameer is always on time. Jameer, child, and the good people asked me moderators, and where they at? Where they at? Okay. Yeah, okay, right? Not to call anybody out, honey. Not to call anybody out, but listen, child. Dorothy, come on, Dorothy, let me know if you want to be a moderator. The spot is always open for you. Let me know. Just say the word, okay? If you like your post right here, but Dorothy, you were there. You were there when the good folks asked me, and they're MIA. They're MIA now. Child, honey, I'm calling the folks out, honey. Yeah, you're not the wrench revoked. You have me screaming. Yes, we had Biomist. Shout out to Biomist. They were in the building yesterday, but I put 2 other people as mods because they asked me in the comment section, and yeah, so maybe they didn't get the notification. They just wanted a trial period. Listen, honey, you said, wait, hold on. You said if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're fired. Honey, we are strict, honey. We are strict over here, honey. They said, yes, honey. They did a no call, no show, honey. Honey, they waiting for their 95,000. Darling, it's no longer 28,000 like Clarissa Shields, honey. It's 95,000. They want their 95,000, okay? Yes, honey. Brooke said, you 95,000 bonus is at risk, honey. Okay? They're waiting on the 90,000, boo. Brooke run a strict program. They want stocks and bonds, honey. They want their 401k, IRA, the Roth IRA, all of them vacation days, family leave, sick time. Honey, we up the price, honey. We up the price. Now, Jameer, this should be a smooth day. So you shouldn't have to work too hard today. It should be a very smooth day. Okay? But y'all, it's a nice amount of people in here. Yes, honey, they want all of it. They want their residuals. Okay, come on, Ayana. We have Ayana and Jameer. Yes, okay. Yes. So listen, if the other mods come in, great. Oh, now you know we were just talking about you because I said, friend, where are you? I was waiting at the door. Well, I'm happy that you are here. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Y'all have me scared. So we have the mods in the building, honey. Yes. Yes, honey. Ears are burning, honey. Yes, honey. They want their 95,000, honey, before I do any work, child. Okay. The girls heard us talking, honey. Yes. They want paid time off. Yes, honey. You're going to run up on the second day of work, child. Mm-hmm. The mods are clocking in, honey. All right, y'all. So first things first, let me say this. I watched the entire Tyra Banks America's Next Top Model documentary like you guys all have. Watched it. I have so many thoughts. Tyra, you could have kept this documentary because mama, there was no accountability whatsoever. You wrecked those girls' lives. They still have emotional damage and trauma now. Ken Mock, the producer of the show, you are just as guilty. I mean, there was no remorse. I was shocked. See, you see that, you hear the sirens? They're coming for the both of y'all. Now, Miss J and J Manuel and Nigel, I don't want to say, I don't know if I believe that, there was too much, in my opinion, of we didn't know what to say because Tyra was the boss and we didn't want to upset her, but we thought that it was wrong. And I don't believe that because when the show was going on, y'all were cackling and kikiing as the girls were crying about this, that, and the third. So miss me with y'all felt bad and felt guilty. It didn't sit right with you as the show was going on. I feel like you only are switching up your tune because of the backlash. Tyra, if you watch this, just know I'm being fair. I don't know if y'all know this. So let me just say this. I was an avid watcher of America's Next Top Model. That is my childhood, teen years. I sat in front of that TV every Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever it came on. And me and my mom would watch it. We had a good old time, right? My mom was a model. Listen, honey, you see my mother, you see her, she was in Paris when she shot this. Yes, honey. So I was entrenched with modeling, all of that good stuff, right? Yes, honey, we all see each other. Yes, we used to have watch parties, all of that. Yes, honey, we watch faithfully every single week, right? So y'all, I don't know if you know, I don't think I ever told y'all this. One of my uncles used to date Tyra Banks while she had her talk show. So this was around, they were together for 3 years from 2008 to 2011, right? So I have pictures of me and her, but I don't know. I can't find it, but I have this picture of Tyra holding my sister when she was a little girl. And this was at my grandmother's house. Tyra used to come to my grandmother's house with my uncle. They would sit there for hours and talk. She loved my grandma. My dad's mother, on that, my grandma on my dad's side. She's like a teeny tiny woman, and my Tyra just loved her, right? So that's my sister with Tyra Banks at my grandma's house. Yes, honey, I have my receipts, baby. I told you. Listen, honey, I'm worldwide, baby. Listen, hold on. Listen, been that. Hold, babe, listen, my connections are very long. So the housewives, don't get it twisted. That's why I laugh how they act like, baby, you are not the most powerful people that I've ever met or have ever known. Okay. So yeah, baby. Oh yes, honey. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Yes, you see how cute isn't she such a cutie? Yes, honey. Listen. So anyhow, she used to come to my grandmother's house like every other month. They would stop by my grandma's and we would come over and like talk with her. And like she was nice, she was friendly. We spent Thanksgiving with her one of the years in 2010, I believe. That was a really nice Thanksgiving. She was cool, a good old time. All my cousins were there, all that, right? We never really talked about the show, but she did invite us to her talk show. I remember she invited me, my grandma, and my mom to the episode where she had Jamie Foxx. Remember when Jamie Foxx was singing? He had blamed it on the alcohol. We were there for that taping. So yeah, she would give us tickets to the show and all that, right? It was a cool time. So do you think she watches the channel? I don't think so. I don't know. She probably doesn't even think about us, because they were together. They broke up in 2011, like 15 years ago. So I don't know. I don't know if she even thinks about us. I want to say one of my cousins still does keep in touch with her, but I don't know if she watches my channel. She might, but who knows, right? So anyhow, she was cool. I don't have anything bad to say about her on a personal level, but watching this documentary, Tyra, if you do come across this video, I did not see any contrition. There was no remorse. You were straight up foul. The first part of the documentary, we were talking about season 1, and they had Ebony giving her experience. We all remember Ebony. She's the part of that iconic meme where she like is crying and then she like walks off in a model walk because she made it. She had the shaved head, very striking face. And when Ebony recalled the makeover episode, and they had those white stylists who did not know how to do her hair, and they gave her that messed up buzz cut. And she was like, I'm from Harlem. Can I just, go back to 125th Street and, get my hair shaped up? And they wouldn't let her do that. When she said they gave her 3 bald spots in her hair, and then she was like, you know what? I need to take care of this. And she said, Tyra called her on the phone and said, oh, the producers have told me that you're ashy. I was just like, Tyra, do you not care at all about, you know how important our hair is being a Black woman? Like our hair, I know listen, before anybody starts about, well, every woman's hair, it's not about race. Please, I'm just, don't just control it, okay? I'm a Black woman, so I can speak for Black women and Black people. Hair is a really big deal for us. I'm not getting into the history of all that, but it's a really big deal for us, okay? For them to mess up that woman's hair, that's like taking somebody's pride and dignity from them. And my heart broke. Ebony handled that really well, because you would have never known that Tyra had said that to her on the phone and she was walking around with bald spots in her head. So then Ebony says that the judges were calling her aggressive and old, and her skin was rough. And I'm just like, what? And the fact that Tyra, you as a Black woman, you're allowing Caucasian people to say this about a fellow Black woman is unacceptable. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. So I'm going to be jumping around. When they would cut to Miss J, I'll say this about Miss J. Miss J did not offer up any, in my opinion, any remorse. Miss J gave the whole entire documentary, all 3 parts. Like, I said it, I did it. The world is cruel. The world is messed up. It is what it is. Like, at no point did Miss J ever say, you know, that was kind of mean, or that was kind of rough, or I did feel sorry for that. I did feel sorry for her. It was just like, well, yeah, we said it. Yep, we did it. And I would do it again. Like, there was no, I don't know. I mean, but you know what? I respect that, because you know what? We have too many people who are fake. So at least he's honest. Like, you know what? I will do it again, and it is what it is. So I have respect for him. Like, you know what? It is what it is, and you're not going to fight me on it. I did it. I said it. So now we get to the season with Shandy, and Shandy was in the same season. I think that was Mercedes, Shandy, Eva, Yaya, I believe, correct? And Giovanna, right? Either way, that was a very iconic season when they went to Milan and they had the Italian men come over to the house. I remember that episode like it was yesterday. I remember feeling so bad for Shandy. Now, I was like 12, 13 when the episode came out. I had no idea that had taken place. I just thought, oh my gosh, you know, she shouldn't beat herself up about it. She's a young woman. She's 21 years old. She kissed another man. Her boyfriend needs to get over it. Like, I remember thinking that her boyfriend was doing too much. Like, you know, you calling her a slut and a stupid bitch over the phone. Like, calm down. I felt so bad. Okay, Shandy was season 2. Thank you. So we find out that when we thought that Shandy had hooked up with the guy in the hot tub or in the shower, come to find out, Shandy had actually gotten SA'd and she didn't know what was going on. She said I was sleeping, but I knew that it was happening. Can you imagine telling the producers that you've been SA'd and they're just like, okay, girl, the show still has to go on. We need you to still, you know, film this show and still take these pictures. On top of that, they asked Tyra, oh, you know, do you know the story about Shandy, what really happened to her? And Tyra's like, well, you know what? I'm not the master editor. That's on the editing team. I didn't know anything about that. Yeah, I wasn't there for that. I just knew what I had been told, that she had hooked up with another guy and cheated on her boyfriend. That's it. That's all. Tyra, I'm sorry, girl. You effed up, in my opinion. For you to say that at your big age, after all this reflection, after finding out that she had been SA'd, your answer should have been, I am so sorry. That is so messed up. And like your whole entire attitude, this entire documentary was very flippant. It was cold. It was still arrogant. It was like you were detached. It feels... There was no remorse. It was just, well, you know, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I had no parts of it. You know, child, don't blame me, child. That was production. No, girl, as a woman, you should care about another woman getting assaulted. Like, I was so livid at that. I was just close to turning the TV off. I was so annoyed. But the way Tyra brushed over what happened to Shandy was shameful. I'm sorry, Tyra, but this documentary did you no favors. It did you no favors. And I understand that, yes, we did live in a different time in the early 2000s, but there's still no excuse for brushing off somebody being assaulted, period. End of story. And you should know better. What also pissed me off was episode 2, when we got to the part about Danny. Now, hold on. Danielle, if you ever come across this video, please know that the Lord has restored your years, because you look amazing. Danielle looks even better now. She looked beautiful. What was her name? Kenya. She looked gorgeous. Listen, honey, all the Black women look beautiful in this documentary, baby. I mean, stunning. Yes, Danny is beautiful. When Danny was talking about the whole her gap. I remember that season. That was season cycle 6. I remember Tyra like threatening, like, if you don't get your gap closed, you will be off the show. To then turn around years later and embrace another woman's gap on the show. Like, girl, what? So Danielle's talking about how, she's 18, 19 years old, and Tyra is pretty much strong arming her about closing the gap. The other girl, her name was Joni. I forgot about Joni, but Joni had like messed up, her teeth were messed up. She had like a snaggle tooth, like extra baby teeth still in her mouth. And they told her she had to get her teeth like all removed at the same time. The fact that she got those teeth removed and then had to go and do a photo shoot the next day, the fact that they didn't have the good sense to postpone the photo shoot until she was better, that's so nasty to me. Like, what would possess you to do that? And that wasn't cool to find out that they couldn't even call their parents to ask, hey, like, this is what's going to happen. What if they had died in the dental chair? And their parents have no idea. Like that, I don't like that. Just a quick side note. The more and more I hear about reality television and all the goings-ons behind the scenes, it becomes less and less appealing. It really does. Because the lengths that everybody's willing to go to produce a good show, this is not about having entertainment. This is about people. These are real people's lives. And I see it with what Housewives is turning into and all these shows, hearing that these people are reshooting scenes and the producers are in your ear saying, okay, do this, do that. It's like, this is not real TV anymore. And the fact that Tyra became so money hungry and so power hungry about having the #1 show that she allowed this mess to happen, all because she wanted to have the hit show on television. Like, that's sad. It's like you sold your soul in a way. Not to be over dramatic, but it does feel like people behind the scenes of reality television have sold their souls to the devil because you don't care about these people. It's almost like they're like a product or puppets to you. It's sad. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really sad. Producers instigating and lying on the cast to push them to fight. Exactly. Yes, it seems like it's an opportunity to sell your soul for a little bit of fame. Oral surgery is nothing to play with. Oral surgery is nothing to play with. Okay? Honey, listen. Getting your wisdom teeth removed, that is nothing to play with. The fact that they made them both sign waivers before they got their teeth taken out and Danny's gap closed in, I would have said, you know what, send me home right now. Because if I can't call my parents before I get this done, then I'm not doing it. That's really nasty. It just, I don't know. At what point is it enough? At what point is it enough? And Ken Mott kept saying, oh yeah, it was great TV. It was great TV. I'm like, are you okay? Ken Mott, he seemed like he has no soul, no personality. It's all about the dollars and the cents. Because you're telling me that even looking back on it, you're a 60-year-old man and you don't feel any remorse or any sadness for what happened to those girls. It's crazy to me. It was crazy. Yes, they purposely delayed providing food so people argue. And they sure do. And listen, baby, they would hate me because I would always have a sandwich in my purse. I would always have a sandwich and some water in my purse. Listen. Because they do that on Housewives too. Purposely starving folks because you're hungry and tired and delirious. So that's why they have those big blowout fights. But baby, the producers would have a time with me, honey, because I would always have a snack or something in my purse. I wish you would. I'd be ordering Uber Eats right there. Who's going to tell me I can't order some food? Absolutely not. Listen, Love Island does that. They sure do. It's because it's evil. This is pure evil. And you know what is not lost on me? I knew something was up behind the scenes because somebody asked Andy Cohen years ago. Oh, it was at BravoCon at the Ask Andy segment, not to get off topic. But someone in the crowd asked, when Lucy and Ben grow up, his children, they said, when Lucy and Ben become adults, would you be okay with them going on reality TV? And he was like, wait, he was like, no. He's like, I'll pretty much forbid them not to go on reality TV. And I'm thinking in my head, that's interesting. That's almost like like a drug dealer, they're selling you the drugs, but they're not going to take it themselves because they know how bad it is. And I thought that was kind of alarming, because if reality TV is good, then how come you don't want your kids to go on it? So that shows me that y'all do manipulate stuff, and there is some trickery and deceit, and it ruins people's lives. I just said that was very interesting to me, like that he like recoiled. He was like, no, he said, I would never want them to go on reality television. I said, oh, okay. So ever since he said that, it just becomes less and less appealing to me. I was shocked. Yes, the tech bros don't allow their children to use the apps. Exactly. Yep. They do manipulate them. Yep. It's okay to exploit them, but not for their children. Do they say how much they got paid? Wait, who did on Top Model? No, they didn't say how much they got paid. So now we get to talking about what was her name? I was talking about Ebony. Oh yeah, Kenya was telling how they were exaggerating things regarding her weight, making it seem like she was eating 3 bagels at one time. And that wasn't the case at all. Kenya looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. I said, oh, Kenya, you are stunning. She looked gorgeous. I said, listen, at the end of the day, y'all can walk with your heads held high because y'all look amazing. Y'all look phenomenal. We get to the part about Jay Manuel not wanting to return back to the show. He was getting tired of doing the show around cycle 9 or cycle 10. And he said he was starting to feel like he had sold his soul because he was starting to feel bad about what was going on with the girls. And so he says, now mind you, Jay Manuel was Tyra's, he was her friend and he was her makeup artist for over a decade, right? So they were like this. They were locked in. So Jay says he had sent her an email saying, hey, I think that after this season, it's going to be my last season. I just want to do, more opportunities, whatever. He said she sent him an email 3 days later and only said, I'm so disappointed. After that email, he was trying to talk to her face to face. And he said she would not talk to me. She would not look at me. And he went on a vacation to St. Lucia for like a week to clear his mind. And he gets this urgent call from the lawyers, talk about, look, we need you on the show. So stay for another season. So he says he obliges. He comes back for cycle 10. And it was the premiere episode. They were on a cruise ship finding girls. So he says he's trying to talk to her before they start filming, and she will not look at him. Like, she's like tunnel vision. And he's like, Tyra, can I just talk to you for a minute? Like, can I just talk to you? He says the only time she talked to him that season was on camera. Any other time, he was told, you cannot talk to her. So now the producer goes on to ask Tyra about Jay Manuel. Have they talked? And she says, no, I don't want to talk about him. He deserves a phone call. Tyra, I don't know what it was about that particular part that pissed me off so bad. That is so evil to me. The fact that you are such a coward that you can't address your friend. First of all, people should have the right to not want to work with you anymore. That's not anything bad. He wanted to, do his own thing and branch out. Why were you upset about that? And then for you to deny him a face-to-face conversation, that was very cowardly to me. It was messed up and it was evil. And then what really pissed me off was he said, yes, she still hasn't talked to him. It's horrible. So I was talking about Naomi being a mean girl. Yeah, it's always been her the whole time. Yes, you're not okay. Oh, they used to be best friends hanging out at her house. Exactly. Yes, you should want your friends to branch out. But no, some people like that. They want you under them. It wasn't lost on me when Miss J and Jay were both like, one day we were going out to dinner after filming had wrapped. It was me, her, and Miss J. And we were walking down the street and some girls were like, oh my gosh, that's Beyonce. And then the other girl said, no, that's Tyra Banks. And then the other girl was like, oh, those are the Jays. Hey, Jay. Hey, Miss J. Hey, Jay Manuel. And he said that Tyra felt a way about them being famous too. And I said, people like that, you have to watch out for. People, listen, I don't mean to get preachy. I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but Tyra, in my opinion, was the definition of you can do well, but not better than her. She wants to be here and you have to be here. And the fact that, and let's be clear, both of the Jays, they were a big part of the show. Like, we watched for her, of course, but we watched for Miss J and Jay Manuel. So the fact that she was jealous that they were getting shine too, you know how crazy you are? You're a supermodel, you are A-list, you are beyond famous, and you're jealous of your friends now getting some shine. That people like that, please stay away from. Please stay. I'm serious, y'all. Folks like that, they don't even want to see you do well. They want you to have crumbs while they have a whole banquet of food. They were a huge part of the show. Yes, she'll bring you along, but you had to stay behind her. Exactly. Yeah, she wanted to be on the pedestal. She sure did. And then, yep, she wanted to be the sidekicks. And she was upset that they became a main part of the show. Yes, I'll never forget when she had Naomi on her talk show to air out her grievances, but nobody in the audience she had nobody in the audience either for that episode, so they couldn't clap for her. Just nasty work. I remember, now hold on. I don't know if y'all remember this, but I remember there had been a Page 6 article saying that the producers behind the scenes of the Tyra show, they were pissed because when Christmas came around, they didn't get any Christmas bonuses. She gave them allegedly, according to Page 6, they said that she had given the producers Apple Music gift cards. She had given them $15 iTunes gift cards. allegedly. So yeah, a mess. Yes, she's jealous of them. Her and Naomi are more like them. They are different. Tyra is nasty. Yes, yep. It's crazy. She thought no one would love them. Yep, exactly. Listen. People are delusional. Yes, honey, mean and cheap. Exactly. Allegedly, honey. They said $15, not even 20. Not even 20. A mess, honey. A sin and a shame. Not even bus passes. Yes, they only want the shine, not even a Q25. People like that are weird because who are you to think you control anyone's destiny, dim their God-given light. Exactly. And then the fact that Miss J even pointed that out, that yeah, Tyra felt a way about them both getting shine and they were just as famous as she was. It's just like, that's not a friend. So we get to, I think this is what, part 3, I believe, when Kenya was talking about that photo shoot that she did in the safari, and they had the male models, and they were wearing like a loincloth. They were pretty much naked, and though that one model kept like whispering in her ear, and he started moaning in her ear, being disrespectful. I remember that episode. And I remember how cold they were to her when she said, oh my gosh, this man is being disrespectful. He's rubbing on my butt. He's, harassing me, which he should not be doing. And he's moaning in my ear, saying all this, crazy stuff in my ear, but he wants to F me and all that. And then I think they eliminated her like right after that too. But Tyra was like, girl, that can't be an excuse. You could have playfully told him to stop doing that. And I'm like, she was doing that. And then, Jay and Nigel both kind of pissed me off because I remember, and they showed the clip of that episode when she was upset about it, and Jay was so dismissive. He was like, well, girl, we're all here. It's 50 people here on this photo shoot for you. Like, just get over it. And then to hear Jay Manuel kind of backpedal with everything, like, oh, it was a different time, and I'm so sorry that happened. It shouldn't have happened. I should have done more, but I couldn't have done more. I had to sit there and just let this happen to the girls. Like, Jay, respectfully, that's BS. You were with all the nonsense. You're not innocent either. And that's my thing with Jay and Nigel Barker. I just feel like It's not fair for you now to sit up here and blame this all on Tyra, because y'all were all complicit. Nigel, when Kenya told you what that man was doing to her, moaning in her ear, harassing her, you were all like, well, you know, that's the modeling industry and you need to do your job. And now you want to sit up here and say, oh yeah, you know, harassment in the modeling world is so horrible and I felt her pain and I wish I could have said something, but I couldn't. It's like, no. And also, that's you guys are men. That's very cowardly to say, oh, I couldn't say anything because of my job. Like, I get that your job is on the line, but the right is right. You know, you'll never lose doing the right thing, in my opinion. So yes, they were all guilty, honey. Yeah, he just sat there. That's definitely made me side eye him. Hey, Chris. Hey, C Diggy One, there's blood on your hands too, sir. Exactly. They're not held accountable. Exactly. Tyra was trifling, but it's these men throwing everything on the black woman while all of them sat there and watched. Exactly. They cared more about their pockets. Listen. So now, when they spoke about the show around, I guess like cycle 11 or cycle 12 had started taking a dip in the ratings, and it was what the show was on Fox. The show was on Fox when the CEO of Fox, she left, and then they had the new CEO come in, and he told Tyra immediately, it's time to cut the fat. Nigel and both of the J's have to go. Tyra, the way you fired all of them, I don't think I could ever talk to you again. I understand that business is business, but there's a way to do everything. And you had known these people since you were 16. Miss J and you go way back to when you were 16 years old. Jay Manuel was your makeup artist for over a decade. They became your family. There's a way, even if you do have to fire a friend, there is a way to do everything. Also, Tyra, in my humble opinion, I don't think you were all the way honest about that, because you kept saying, you know, in this business, there are no sacred cows. Everybody's job is up in the air. There are no sacred cows. I said, girls, please stop saying that. Also, in my humble opinion, you didn't fight hard enough for Nigel and both of the J's jobs. In my humble opinion, I would have been on that phone like, are you kidding me? They're a huge part of the success. I think that you wanted them all out because you wanted all the shine. And then the show really tanked once they were off the show. We really didn't care about the show anymore once they were gone. But I don't believe that. You know, she said, even the boss has a boss. And yes, I understand that. But girl, you still have enough clout and enough power to save their jobs. Let's not act like you don't have a level of fame that can sway things. You are an A-lister. You are a top, let's not play these games. It's not like this is somebody with a moderate level of fame. This is somebody with A-list fame who's been in the game for you were already solidified for 20 years already at this point. So miss me with all this, oh yeah, I couldn't say anything. I wish I could have kept them, but you know, my boss has a boss, and you know, even me, I have a boss to answer to. So, you know, they said that we had to let them go. So that's what it was. The fact that you have not spoken to Nigel and both of the J's in over 15 years, that shows me right there that you were dead ass wrong, and you know it, and that you went about this the wrong way. When it was revealed that you guys had sat down at a meeting and you discussed how the announcement would go about them being let go, you guys agreed that they would release a press release the next week about them leaving the show. And also, one thing about Bravo might do a lot wrong, but I will say one thing about Bravo that they do right, they do allow all of their talent to say that they left the show and not that they were fired. Okay, so one thing about Bravo, they make sure that all their Bravo talent says that they left the show or that we parted ways with so and so. But it's rare when they'll flat out say, well, we just fired her, unless it's like a huge scandal, somebody's racist, somebody goes to jail. But besides that, Bravo 90% of the time will let people have their dignity and their pride and say they left on their own terms. Okay, when Jay Manuel said the next day, Page Six, the news was leaked to Page Six about we were fired. He said that was so soul crushing because when you're fired, it's humiliating, it's jarring, right? It's upsetting, and you feel like a loss of your dignity. And the fact that she stripped that away from all of them was nasty work. That was nasty work. Yes, I believe that too. Listen, Tyra leaked that because he even said, we in all of the years on the show, we never had a leak. He said the security, like when it came to contracts and all that stuff, it was a tight door. Nothing got out. The fact that all of a sudden this got leaked the next day, that was definitely Tyra. And then Tyra saying, no, listen, when it comes to their firing, once again, it was, we were told to do it by the CEO. Me and Ken, we didn't want them to be fired. Like, we weren't responsible for anything. Denied all of that. I said, this is very poor character. And once again, the fact that you have not spoken to them since they've been fired shows me that you are a coward. And it shows me that you have no soul, no morals. And this is just pure evil that you would not let these folks have their dignity. It's messed up. It's messed up. Very nasty. So now we find out that Miss J had a stroke in 2022. I was so sad to hear that. All things considered, though, Miss J looked good. Miss J was talking, and so I said I'm praying for Miss J's health. But we find out that he had a stroke. He had the stroke. Miss J had the stroke 4 years ago, and oh, no, wait, hold on. I skipped over one thing I forgot. Finding out that the week after Miss J found out that they were all fired, when Miss J said, Tyra sent me flowers on my birthday the week before, and then 5 days later, I got the call saying that I was fired. That's nasty. Tyra could never speak to me unless there was a check in the mail with a gift basket, and I'm so incredibly sorry. We could never speak again. And didn't even write anything in the card. It was just, happy birthday, love, Tyra. I said, wow, girl. And fired them all 5 days later. That was nasty. That was nasty work. I said, my God, a hot mess. So now we get to Nigel saying that he was devastated about being fired. He had been on the show for 17 seasons. It had become a family. I felt bad. He was like, I felt blindsided. So now wait, hold on. I want to go back because I knew I was forgetting something. Can we talk about Tiffany? Tiffany, we all remember I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. I don't know if it was just me. And let me know in the chat, y'all. I remember watching that scene, and I wish that there had been social media then. But I remember looking at my mom, and I was just like, she's doing a lot. I thought that I never thought that moment was so funny. I thought it was mean. She was clearly trying to embarrass Tiffany, screaming at her like that. I was pissed for Tiffany. I remember Tyra doing an interview a few years after that moment, saying that she still kept in touch with her and they were on good terms, her and Tiffany, and she was still mentoring her. I know Tiffany spoke out saying that's not the truth at all. The minute I left that show, never heard from her again. When Jay said we were all shocked when Tyra screamed at her, and that was a really hard moment. And he said, Tyra, they had to cut a lot out because Tyra said even worse than what we saw after when she was yelling at Tiffany. One of y'all came out, and I think there's some tea going around, I think on Reddit, I believe, and on Twitter, that Tyra had allegedly told Tiffany, and go back to that roach infested mattress, sleeping on the floor with your baby and your grandma. I believe every word. I believe every single word. I believe every single word. And the fact that Jay said she said so much worse, I'll never repeat. I believe that because I do remember Tiffany's upbringing was a big part of the storyline. And Tyra would always mention how Tiffany grew up poor and with her grandmother, and how her grandma didn't even have any money to buy her a swimsuit. So I do believe that Tyra said that. I do. And then Tyra, the way you cop to it, it was just like, well, I was too hard on her. I was too hard on her, but there was never an I'm sorry. It was just, what, I do own that. I was way too hard on her, but it was because of, all the years of what Black people have gone through, and it's that Black girl pain. Girl, no, it wasn't. You just wanted to be nasty and exert your power and flex. It was nasty. Just nasty. So she goes on she goes on to just keep saying that, she owns what she did, that it was too hard, and that's all we get. So now we're towards the end of the documentary. All the girls, like all the winners, are letting us know that this show did nothing for them. It honestly hurt them instead of helped them. Danielle says that after she won her season, she moved to New York. She was roommates with Chanel Iman. She says to see Chanel Iman become a big supermodel, and here she is looking at the wall, it was jarring. So she says that one day Chanel Iman came back from an audition and told her, the reason why you're not booking any shows is because they don't want you. They don't want you. You're just a reality star. So she's like, are you kidding me? So we close out with Danielle revealing that I think maybe a few years ago, Tyra called her up and admitted that she knew the whole time that none of these girls were going to make it, and that the doors would be closed in their face because of this reality show. And she was like, are you effing kidding me? Like, are you effing kidding me? Not in I'm sorry, not let me help you. But the fact that you would sit up there and give us all of this, pretend like we're going to be like these big stars, and you knew the whole time this was going to be a way, this was not going to be any big thing. Like, you watched, she said, you watched me suffer for all these years after the show, and you sat back and did nothing. And Tyra, no good is going to come your way knowing that you set these girls up to fail. I think what's sick is I understand that the fashion houses and the agencies, they weren't too keen on reality models. But with all the clout and the power that you had, you could have called somebody up and said, hey, put my girl in your show. When God blesses you with power and status, it is on you to help somebody. Like, my God, I'm not saying that you have to do everything, but you know that you could have made at least 1 or 2 phone calls and helped Danielle and a few of the other girls out. Even if there was still some funniness towards them, a call from you would have been its weight in gold. You could have been like, hey, I know you don't want to do it, but do me this solid. She could have called up, YSL or Michael Kors and put them in a show. Even if I'm not saying that you have to do everything, but if you are blessed with some sort of power, you can help somebody. I mean, you can make a phone call. I mean, something. You can do something. Even if you don't want to help, you can do the bare minimum. And Tyra didn't do a thing. One phone call could have helped them all out tremendously. But when Danielle said, girl, F you sat up there and knew that I was going to face hard times and pretty much be blackballed in the industry. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I feel like the only ones that are still successful, Eva, Yaya made sure to book gigs. I was shocked that Yaya didn't join in because I wanted to hear from her. But Eva, Yaya still, in the circuit. She's still, doing her thing. And that's pretty much it that I can think of. Yes, it is a sin, honey. It is a sin. Yep. Yeah, Danielle was giving Tyra the business, honey. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Winnie Harlow, Eva, and Yaya. Yes, they're the only ones I feel. Eva and Yaya are more known for acting. Yep, she really sabotaged their career from the jump. Exactly. Yeah, Takara. Yes, Takara's done a lot. Takara's still out and about. I met Takara years ago when I lived in LA. She is so sweet. She had a reality show and everything. It was like a dating show. So yeah, Takara's still doing well. She's still making her rounds. Okay, you said Layla, Winnie, Takara, Winnie Harlow, Yaya, and Eva. I think Yaya's going to be in that other documentary. Oh, yeah, there's another one coming out next month. She should have opened the door for the girls. Yes, Takara. Yep, Takara. That was Takara. Winnie Harlow does not see it for Tyra. Winnie was painted out to be a villain. Sal, winner of Cycle 9, is on Days of Our Lives. Oh, okay. So we have some. Celicia is acting. Danielle. Yeah, they're all beautiful. Tyra has my number. She checks up on me. Would have at least boosted their morale. I agree. Isis had a little bit of fame. Yes. Adrian Curry too. She was Adrian. No, I think Adrian. She married the guy from the Brady Bunch. They had a reality show. They said that she's like back in poverty now. So I don't know what's going on with Adrian. But yeah, I remember Adrian was like a quick flash in the pan, and then she was just never heard of again. The one you said, what's the name of the model that became a lawyer? The one that gave out house rules. She's doing well too. Okay, I'm happy to hear that. You said Niall DeMarco has done Oscar and Emmy nominated projects. Yes, the way they did. Yep, they sure did. They were like, you come in here and you're black and arrogant and you come on here all smug. All because Yaya said, well, I don't want to wear. What did she say? They were trying to put her in some like stereotypical African. It was more like a costume. And she said, well, actually, what they try to get her wearing something. And she was just like, yeah, no, I don't want to wear that. Ferranda is a lawyer. It says Adrian's defending Tyra online. Yes, it was the kente cloth. Thank you. Yes, she was like, well, actually, this is not real kente cloth. And Tyra was like, how dare you? You come in here acting all smug and acting all. She was nasty, honey. Just a mess. Yeah, she's like, yes, honey, it was fake kente cloth. Yeah, she sure did. Yeah, I said, get somebody else to do it in her Michael Jackson voice. Yes, honey, it was a fake kente cloth. I remember that. And they were so mad at her. A cheap kente cloth hat. Thank you. Yeah, I said the fabric is cheap, and she had to apologize to the designer. But she didn't lie. She didn't lie. So Adrian is selling Avon. Ciao. But also, let's talk about this. Now, Tyra, the fact that you are coming back out with America's Next Top Model, Cycle 25, girl, we don't care. I mean, I want people to let it go. It's okay. You had your moment in the sun. It's all right. We don't need another America's Next Top Model. Like, we've grown past the need. That was a flash in the pan. It was lightning in a bottle. That was in the early 2000s, early 2010s. Let's call it a day. It's okay. The show has run its course. I just feel like, and then knowing what we know now, we really don't want to watch the show. So it's just like, yeah, no, we don't want it. We don't want it. Yes, honey. She needs to focus on, exactly. Yes, Adrian did say they never paid her. She said she was still living in the projects. And also, let's talk about this. Tyra, all I could think about was your failed makeup line. And they said that was a scam. It was an MLM scam. I said, a mess. Now you have this ice cream shop in Australia selling hot ice cream. You had that amusement park. You had that book that didn't sell. Girl, you're all over the place. But I want to close out. I want to talk about when they close out the documentary. Oh, hold on. Two more things. When they were talking about the different challenges, the different photo shoots, and the only time Ken Mock apologized was for the homicide photo shoot where they had to pose as victims of assault. I was like, who thought about that? And he was like, that's the one photo shoot where I cringed. And I said, you know what? I'm very sorry for that. I'm very sorry for that. I said, oh, okay. So only that one? That's the only one that you take responsibility for? Tyra, barely owning up to how it was wrong to have them doing blackface, where they had to switch races. It was, well, that was the time. That's how it was. It was just trying to be fun and creative. It's like, girl, what? There was no accountability. The photo shoot where they had to pose like they were dead, and they made the woman pose as somebody who was like a victim of being shot. And we found out that she's a daughter of a mom who dealt with assault. She said that her mom is paralyzed because a jealous lover shot her, and they made and they pretty much had her do a photo shoot where she had to emulate somebody who'd been shot in the head, and her mom was shot in the head. And I just said, like, who thought about that? And she even said, looking back on it, I think they did that on purpose. And there was no remorse on Tyra and Ken's part. It was, well, you know what? It was just, it was out of the box. It was crazy. I was so upset to hear that. Honey, diabolical. Yes, her mom was shot and paralyzed. Tacky and no sympathy on that shoot. It was traumatizing for her. Yes, it was, for her mother to watch. Can't tell me it wasn't intentional. It was intentional. She doesn't care about anybody, child. She doesn't. It's very evil. They use their story to abuse and torment them. Exactly. I'm forgetting something else. I feel like I touched on the key points. I do want to say this, Tyra. When you closed out the documentary by saying, I owned my shit. I owned it. I owned what I did. I own what I did. And y'all need to own your stuff, because one day you're going to be called out for your stuff. And I hope you own it the way I'm doing it. One thing I can't stand when people do, well, none of us are perfect. We know that. We all fall short. We are well aware that we all fall short. There is nobody perfect except for the good Lord. Right now, though, it's about you and what you did. The fact that Tyra is still trying to shift the blame by saying, well, girl, when your day comes, I said, well, girl, not all of us are out here producing a messed up reality show, abusing people behind the scenes. So no, we actually won't have to answer for anything because we're not doing what you did. So check that. The way she closed out the documentary was criminal. There was no, you know what, I feel sorry. And the way when Danielle saw that clip of Tyra saying that, and she said, oh, girl, shut the F up. That's some BS. I said, exactly, Danielle. You can't even own it. It's still, well, I owned it. I owned it. And one day you'll have to own your stuff too. I said, you know what, I'm done. Exactly. It's like, all right, exactly, Miss Mama. I ain't abused nobody. Exactly. It is a cop-out. Tyra is truly crazy. She stopped trying to pass the buck. Zero accountability. Deflection 101. Exactly. She is delusional. I said the same thing. I said, child, who have I abused? I don't have to answer for that. I was just like, who is she talking to? If y'all could have seen me in my living room, the way I turned, I looked around. The way I looked around at the wall, I said, wait, who is she talking to? I said, what do I have to answer for? What did I do? A mess. She's worse than Iyanla. Y'all gonna always find a way to whack Iyanla, honey. Yes, Tyra learned nothing. She's delusional. Yes, honey, these French people must be stopped. The final boss and narcissist. She deluded herself. She got a good at it. The way she did Miss J was criminal. Child, most of us don't actually cause harm to others. Now I understand why not too many people mess with her. How do we get in it? Exactly. Yeah, it was very cruel to find out that she has not seen Miss J in years is sad. And then when Miss J said, well, not yet. She's gonna, she'll see me. And I said, Miss J, I wouldn't hold my breath. And when Miss J said, oh, well, she did text me the other day, to wish me well. I just said she only did that to soften what you were going to say about her before you sat down to speak about the show. So, listen, Miss J was like, child, please. When Miss J said she texted her that she's going to visit soon and then gave us that look, I screamed. Same here, because he said, yeah, child. She said she's going to visit me soon. And he said, uh-huh. His face gave, she's not coming. Yep, Miss J was being shady, saying not yet. Some people really don't know how to apologize and take accountability, but that karma and the pendulum always swings back. Okay? Miss J knows she's not coming. Wow. Listen, honey. You said Miss J is no dummy. Yes. Miss J was graceful. Yes. Yes, honey. Yes. No, Miss J did this. Miss J said, he said, yeah, you know, she's coming. And then looked back and said, mm-hmm. Yes. Is Tyra coming? Of course not. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yes, I know. Miss J in those faces. That's how you clock it, okay? They sat up there and kiki with Tyra and only got upset when she turned the aim on them. Oh, Miss J says, sure, Jan. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start doing that. I'll be like, he said, yes, honey. Still very expressive. Yes, honey. When pigs fly, where was Janice Dickinson to get her whacking? She was a monster. I agree. She's a coward. She didn't want to face the heat. Honey, that's gonna be a meme. Yeah, it already is a meme, honey. He was rocking that bus down and was. Child, Miss J ate her up, honey, with one eye. Sure did it. Miss J said, mm-hmm. Listen, honey. You said Miss J is Nigel from the Devil Wears Prada. Naomi will see him first. Yes, I agree. Miss J said enough without saying much at all. Yes, honey. Yes. Miss J gave a good, nasty, quiet read. Exactly. I wanted the same thing. Where was Janice? Miss J didn't say much, but he told us everything. Very true, honey. Because you know what? What's understood does not have to be explained. Miss J said you're going to catch it off of one look. Janice knew better. Yes, you should use Miss J's meme in your videos. Yes, if she ain't come by now, she's broken. No one means anything to Tyra. Child. Okay, Janice will be in the other documentary. Okay. Honey, looking over those glasses, I hollered. Listen, that was a look. That was a look for the ages, honey. Hey, Jackie Maiha, thank you for the super chat. Tyra came out looking real foul. She did. If I were her, I wouldn't have done this documentary unless she would have apologized. There was no reason for this. Tyra made herself look horrible. It was nothing but deflection, 1 week apology, and then at the end said, honey, it's my day today, but your turn is tomorrow. And when they talk to you about your sins, you got to explain yourself. And I just said again, who's we? What do we have to explain ourselves for? And honey, the day that I have to explain myself to anybody and I have to account for anything, that'll be when I'm no longer here and I'm up talking to the Lord face to face on Judgment Day. But girl, I said, please give me a break. I said, she's nuts. She needs help. She needs real help. And we won't be watching the next cycle either. Tyra's just as delusional as the Grand Dame. Tyra deflecting and playing a troll in that trench coat. Yes, I said, isn't she hot in that trench coat? Whatever that means, Tyra, exactly. Talking about some, I'm taking accountability for my stuff, but one day you'll take accountability for your stuff too. And when that day comes, you better be ready. I said, girl, stop. She gave sociopathic. People speaking French a lot nowadays, okay? Yes, exactly, honey. A lot of us have integrity, exactly. Hey, LXU, thank you for the super chat. I don't feel sorry for Jay at all. He blamed everything on Tyra production, took no accountability. He watched the girl being essayed by the male model and did nothing. Now he's act like a victim. No, listen now, hold on. Did I feel sorry for both of the Jays? Yes, but at the same time, you're absolutely correct. They were both at fault. They were all at fault. They were all complicit. And I was getting really tired of Jay talking about, I wanted to say something, but I couldn't. And, I felt sick to my stomach. I felt really upset about it. And he was up there smiling, skinning and grinning, showing all 32 teeth, getting his big paycheck, playing patty cake with Tyra. So yeah, it gave very much victim when he was the villain along with Tyra and Miss J. They all were the villains. So we see each other. Hey, M Love Black always. Thank you for the super chat. Mind you, per her words, she put up a fight for a contestant, but rolled over when it came to her friends because she wants to be the only one, child. She wants to be the only one. Yeah, we're all on the same page about him. Yes, those paychecks help them sleep at night. Exactly. I really hope Shannon can get some form of yes. I hope she gets some relief and some help. I feel bad. She's really gone through it. She's had a hard go. She had a rough upbringing. Family didn't care about her. Then the show. I feel so sorry for her. I hope she gets some recourse too. I really do. I really do. They were all complicit victims. Okay. Yeah, no, watch it. Please watch it. Please watch it. It's you're going to be very upset. They were all villains, but blamed her since it was her show. Child. But yeah, so just my 2 cents about the matter, y'all. I was irritated watching Tyra not take any ownership and everybody's a victim who didn't know anything. All right. Now, that was the saddest part of the documentary. It really was. Yes, when Tyra made her, Shandy invited Shandy to her talk show and made her watch the scene, that was evil. And Shandy said, I told her backstage, I don't want to watch it. Something happened. And then Tyra's like, well, we have the clip for you. We're going to play it right now. And then hearing that Shandy would walk down the street after the show ended and she was still working at Walgreens. And shout out to Walgreens. But, you know, I felt the pain in her voice. And then saying that she'd be called a stupid slut and whore on the street. I said, oh my gosh, they did not have to show that. They didn't. And also, if I were Shandy, I would have sued because how do I get assaulted and I'm getting blamed for what happened to me? There was no protection. A mess, honey. A mess. Yes, you said even as a child, this didn't look right. How does Tyra open her mouth and say, I know the show did nothing for you, and then proceed to say we're launching a new season? The pure delusions. I think that Tyra won't understand until we're all truly sick and tired of her. And it's not lost on me that everywhere she goes, there's always problems. Think about how she was the host of Dancing with the Stars for like 2 seasons, and then they fired her. Her makeup line went defunct. The book went defunct. Nobody cares about that. The book flopped. She had some amusement park that flopped. So it's just like there's something, her energy is off. Her energy is off. This show will definitely flop. They did Ebony so wrong. They did. Shandy should have fought her on TV, honey. Shandy's going through it, honey. I have my little Kleenex with me. I was dabbing my eyes. I said, oh, Shandy has gone through it. Shandy is still having a rough go. I feel so bad. So let me call Naomi. Oh, they didn't get paid for the documentary? Oh. They didn't get paid for the documentary. Oh no, honey. No way. I'm on a top Netflix documentary, don't get paid. They had you gotta pay me. You gotta pay me. I'm not doing anything for free. You want to hear my story? You're gonna pay me. I'm not sharing my story for free. I had to sit up there and take all this abuse and mess and mental trauma from this stupid show that didn't even help me out. You're gonna pay me to hear my story. They should have all been paid. They didn't even get paid. They didn't get paid. They got paid what? Craft services and a gas card. Yes, honey. God does have better for all of them. Oh, they didn't get, the judges did. Oh, well, of course, you know Tyra got her money. But I don't like that. They should have all been paid for sharing their stories. Yeah, honey. Eva and Yaya said, honey, if there's not a paycheck involved, don't even call my phone. Honey, I don't get out the bed. Who said that? Linda Evangelista, when she said, I don't get out the bed for less than $10,000 a day. I know that's right. Babe, don't call me. If you want me to do something, you better have some money on that line because I'm not getting out the bed for no money. So they wouldn't have heard my story. Yes, honey, run me my $28,000. Yes, Tyra was to the girls what she claimed Naomi was to her. Eva doesn't badmouth Tyra ever. Netflix never cares about victims. Yes, honey, Linda Evangelista knew her value. She sure did. Correct. Pay me for my pain, okay? You said I would have spilled the tea for free. It would have been a mighty hot cup, though. You said, yeah, Eva definitely wouldn't be going to film that doc after getting Housewives and real TV series. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I guess she could have. Well, you know what? If people did have a good experience, they don't want to go against the grain, you know? Oh, come on, Amsterdam. Yeah, honey, give me my 95,000 up front. 95,000 for each and 225 for those judges. Yes, reliving pain for free, yes, is wild. We see each other. So you said, what did T.I. say? If it ain't about the money, don't be blowing me up. All right. No, for real, it's true. Yes. 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 Shout out to T.I. and Young Thug, honey. I love that song. Listen, it's true. Don't be blowing my line. You're not gonna pay me, then go somewhere else. The girls have the documentary on E. They got paid. Oh, okay. Yeah, the #1 show on Netflix. I need payment for my pain. Exactly, honey. Exactly. That's why Danielle gave no F's. Yep, she sure did. She said, honey, she said, F you, Tyra. Get off my phone. You're not talking about nothing. Exactly. Oh, Dion said she was paying something for the documentary. Oh, okay. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. So is the new season the same as the previous? Oh, I don't know. It's coming out soon, according to Tyra. I won't be watching it though. Oh, Dion was paid, but not much. She doesn't know what the other girls were paid. Naomi is terrible. A friend used to be her personal trainer, and she has stories about that woman. Oh, I'm sure. This documentary might be nominated for an Emmy. I could see that. They knew it would be #1 and still didn't offer them anything. You see how folks will do you, but you have to negotiate for yourself. Never be afraid to negotiate. The worst that you can hear is no, but never, always ask, okay? Always ask. So, but guys, I do want to switch gears because when I tell y'all, I have been so eager. We talked a little bit about this in the Beverly Hills recap. We have to talk about this, y'all. This story is, I have no words. Well, no, I have a lot of words. Fantasia. I don't know if y'all know, but she had a Valentine's Day show, I think in Houston, and her husband came out to repropose to her after 11 years of marriage. I have the clip right here. I'm going to play it for y'all. On top of that, Fantasia's father, he was a deadbeat father, but now I guess he was back in her life. They're on the outs now. But her father is speaking out against the husband. He believes that her husband is no good and is using her for the money. So I'm going to play you guys both clips and we're going to talk about it. And then Fantasia clapped back today, blasting her father, posting up his mugshot saying that he's not a father, he's a sperm donor. A mess. But Fantasia has always been on my list of another woman, celebrity woman who is married down. But we're gonna talk about all that. It's gonna be a lot because this clip is 4 minutes. The dad spoke for 15 minutes, so we're gonna be here for a while. So get comfortable. No, this is not the man. This is not the man who is married. This is not the T-Mobile man. The T-Mobile man is the father of her son. That's the man before she got with this one. So guys, this is not the T-Mobile man who is still married. Okay. All right.
Hey, pretty girl. Something right. Hey, Houston. If you just give me a moment. For 11 years, on many anniversaries, many birthdays, don't make me cry. I gotta be quick. And many Valentines, I share my angel with you. So give me some grace and share my life back with me. Just for a moment. you so much. We're going to walk into a brand new home. But I can't walk into that home with you. I got to make something work. And all the beauty that we've experienced over the years, we got a blind spot. You know, 2014, we had a conversation after 3 weeks of knowing each other. And we said, what if we get married? And we did it. And we really did it. They said, listen, we're true. But the one thing that's missing in our life is we talked about it. We did it. But I didn't properly propose. The one thing that I've learned as a man is that a good woman is always about the proposal. But a godly woman, she deserves one. Amen. For 11 years, you woke up every morning and you chose me. For 11 years, you've been the credible mother to our children. For 11 years, we fasted and prayed. So I'm going to give you a carrot for every year. You stay by my side.
And my phone rang and I start getting texts about a video is out.
Salute. Hey, pretty girl. God has been so good in our lives. We've gone through so much.
Bam, bam. Listen, because a lot of times you can't express what is going on through a post or this, that. So that's why I wanted to come live, and I want bring everybody in, those that are Fantasia fans, and because I want y'all to know one thing. I love my daughter. She's my daughter. And I want all her fans to keep her in prayer. Number one, for those of you that have son or daughter or children, the work that I put in with my kids at a young age, I dare not let somebody that I know manipulate. Now, she's had a lot of them to do it in the past. But this one here, I got proof. You can't come on stage and put together a cry and this, that, and the other when I was just told a week or so ago by a financial person that was fired from her camp that they were running up on him because there was money missing. And there was no paper trail on his part. The other folk got fired. But he got her fired. How a concerned parent like yourself, whoever's got a family, whoever's got a daughter or a son, you sit back, that would be less a man of me not to shout it out. Yes, I'm going to shout it out. I called out the man. And sometimes you don't get it until it's too late. Sometimes you don't get it until it's too late. Now, if my daughter don't talk to me because I'm trying to help her, if she don't talk to me because I'm trying to help her, that's God. She got to deal with God for that. Listen, there's too many celebrities has went down because of this same thing. You say you love God, but you put a man before him.
You need a man, sisters, made in the image of God.
Hey guys. Okay, so hey, y'all, first of all, you guys have me screaming in the chat. So I didn't play the whole clip of her dad because he was going on and on and on. I just wanted you guys to hear him talk about how money has been missing and she fired somebody from her team. I was trying to get the clip of Minister Farrakhan. He had posted there was a video where he's actually calling out Fantasia's husband and how he recognized that Fantasia's husband was not the man for her. And I thought this was it, but apparently it wasn't. I apologize. So please forgive me. First things first, when it comes to her father, a lot of you guys were on the same page. Her father is right message, wrong messenger. Because Fantasia blasted him today on her Instagram. And if you, I know you might not be able to see that. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. So she posted his charges and her caption reads this. Hold on. She said, I wasn't going to do this, but this has gotten out of hand. Joseph Barino, I can't even call you dad or a father. You are a donor. We have covered you for long enough. My mom and me made you look like you were an okay man, but now you have come for my king. Tonight I will go live and behind me will stand all who know you. How can someone steal? If I, Fantasia Taylor, is a CEO, and my king, Kendall Taylor, is the president of all of our companies. Tonight, I shall help you finish the war that you started. So she posted up his mugshot, how he was arrested in 2024 for domestic violence. Listen, This story just gets crazier and crazier. Yeah, I know. I was laughing as y'all said her king. I know. You listen, honey. Yeah, honey, her king, honey. Mm-hmm. Listen, yes. No, I literally want to vomit when I hear they're calling men king. Like I want to like literally I have a visceral reaction. Kings don't need an allowance. Exactly. Fantasia's always in some mess. No, she is. She is. She's almost at Monique's level with Daddy. Yes. Listen. Let's just start here. When I saw Fantasia post up the video on Valentine's Day of her husband re-proposing, I did not feel warm inside. I said, this is a hot, raggedy mess. I saw Oprah, I saw Kelly Rowland, I saw several of our celebrities congratulating this. This was nothing but a stunt and a show. My immediate thought was he must have done something. Something's wrong. And we know that with Fantasia's history with men, it's been horrible. The fact that we're re-proposing, what does that mean? You guys are married. You've been married for 11 years. On top of that, 11 years isn't a milestone. So the fact, it's not making sense. Did you guys notice that in the video, he took the ring? He took her old ring. Why wouldn't he put the old ring on another finger? The fact that he took the ring, it gave me he's going to sell it for some money. Because if it were me, it was like, okay, no, give me my new ring, but I want my old ring right here. Did y'all notice that? Should I play he didn't propose the first time? Okay, so okay, it gets better. It gets better. So hold on. You know that they wrote a book. They have a joint book together. Her and her husband, Kendall. Let me start from the beginning. They met at a rooftop bar in North Carolina. It pains me to say this because you guys already know where I'm going with this. Take a guess at who approached who first. Take a wild guess. Just take a guess. Somebody take a guess in the chat. Somebody take a guess in the chat. Yes, he never proposed. Thank you. She shot her shot. Yep, the desperado. We already knew. Very low self-esteem. Honey, she approached him first. They got married after 3 weeks. They got married after 3 weeks, 21 days. She had to pursue him the entire time. She was texting him, calling him. I think the second week that they had met, he told her, listen, I'm not ready for a relationship. We can just be friends. How do we go from I don't want a relationship to now we're married in week 3? On top of that, when they met, she was on a vacation. She was on her way to Mexico with friends, like for a girls' trip. And in their book, she said that shout out to the channel Real Reality Gossip. They did a whole breakdown on Fantasia and this marriage, a hot mess. But they said in their video, in her book, that Fantasia said that when she was on a girls' trip to Mexico, she was on FaceTime with him the entire time. And then on top of that, she was like pretty much begging him to come on the trip. Like she was about to fly him out. And the only reason why he couldn't go was because he was on probation, because he's been in jail too. He's a jailbird. He's been in and out of jail as well, right? A mess. Carmela, we're always on the same page. And you always say the things that I want to say, but like I can't because it's kitchen table talk. I'm not going to repeat it, but if it was me and you just talking one-on-one, we would, but because But yeah. Yes, yeah, he is. Yeah, oh yeah, he's been in jail. He's been in jail 3 times. A mess, y'all. A hot, raggedy mess. She shot her shot with him. They got married after 3 weeks of knowing each other. Then 6 months into the marriage, they broke up, or about to file for divorce. And then all of a sudden, they got back together and decided to work things out. Do you know that when she was pregnant with their daughter, she gifted him a Christian Dior duffel bag? But there was nothing said about him buying her a push gift because she's birthing their child. Why are you buying a man Christian Dior anything? Are you insane? Listen, it's just, I literally, you just can't. No, they are. Because they know, because one of them stormed the chat last week. Jameer got them out, but one of them said, "You're just mad because they don't want you." And I was this close to saying, "Honey, thank God." Listen, they get so upset. They get so upset. They get so upset, honey. Listen, honey. No, listen, a hot mess. You said the dust storm is coming, honey. Call the lady, please. Child, a man. Yeah, Jameer, you got them out quickly. Yeah, he is using her money. Listen, thank God I'm howling. The rolls are too. Yes. So, and yes, honey. Okay, listen. Y'all better stop. Yes, honey, they're coming. They are. Yes. So anyhow, in her book, she said that when they first got married, something like, how Fantasia has had money problems before. Remember when her house got foreclosed on, before her reality show, and Simon Cowell actually paid for her house to be not foreclosed on, like he paid all her debts. Do you know she went broke a second time right after they got married? And she wrote in their book that times were so hard, they were eating bologna sandwiches, and for date night, they would drive to the airport and watch the planes take off. I'm like literally speechless. Literally speechless. You said wasting gas. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. He wasn't working. No, he's a businessman like they all are. Listen. Yes, honey, drowning and you grabbed an anchor. This is making my bad work day worse. I'm screaming. Listen. Oh, please. He supposedly has his own business. Please stop. Listen. You know that, remember when they went to the Breakfast Club and she was saying that he was allegedly getting into like the trucking business where she was going to buy him trucks to start trucking. I don't know if she ended up buying him the trucks, but that was his business. Now, his business now is that he's the CEO of their charity where he helps mentor young men. And then he's the CEO and co-founder of her new record label. You know what? Brooke, please, it's too much. Listen, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I had to pull over. I can't listen and drive. Sure, in my angel voice. I'm disgusted. I thought no, honey, I didn't buffer. I can't. I'm worn out. These women are wearing me out with all this nonsense. Her dad. What did the husband say? Is he on Brooke Bye? I cannot. He was manifesting. Listen, enough, please. Today drained me. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm scared for her too. And Fantasia was talking about, oh yeah, and all you women today talk about, oh, he has to have this, he has to have that. That's why y'all are still single. Fantasia, unfortunately, is very much pick me. And it really drives me crazy. It truly drives me nuts. I can't stand it. Hey, Carlos Harris, thank you for the super chat. Hey, friend, Fantasia is too. Let's get these plates for these men coded. She is. Hey, six figure bitch 2026. Oh, I love the name. Wait, hold on. Can we talk about this name, please? Six figure bitch 2026. I love that. Oh, I love this. I love that. Thank you for the super chat. I'm just going to say it. Fantasia is a beautiful dark-skinned girl who doesn't know it. Yes, she can't believe a pretty light-skinned man wanted her. She gives me this vibe. Can we, first of all, this is kitchen table talk, but you have told no lies. That's exactly what this is. That's exactly what this is. There's so much more I want to say. That and she alluded to that. You know how TV1 does those like E! True Hollywood Story type shows? She had an episode and she alluded to that. It was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he wanted me. Like it was the wording was very. I'm like, first of all, I'm living, but like I'm also like upset with you that you're talking kitchen table talk, because this is true. I was trying to say it without saying it, but you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. Well, you can't have a kitchen table talk because of subscription, because think about it. You can't verify that everybody's black. You might have folks, there's no way to verify it. How can I verify that? And folks are good and nosy and want to know, and you know what I'm saying? So please, there's no way to verify that. So it would still be the same thing. Yes, she does think he's the prize. The same vibe with Phaedra and Apollo. Yes, it was either, no, it wasn't Unsung. They have that other show, it's like Uncensored, where it's like their life story. Yes. Them too. Yeah. We see each other. Y'all, can we all just like grab lunch one day and just like talk off camera? Because yes, honey. Listen, Jessie said she would sneak at the table. So you know what I'm saying? Move along. Come on, Dorothy. Dorothy said, move on to the next thing, Claudia. We need a Zoom call, honey. Listen, honey, Big Dot said, let's move it along. Listen, we need a lunch session, honey. Y'all are not lying. Y'all, listen, I'll get a table at the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, okay, Gia, Gia, why would you say that? Do you see Gia's comment on top of above Alexandra Green's comment? Alexandra, do you see the comment above yours? Because we all share the same brain. You saw Gia's comment? You saw Gia's comment? We are okay. No, because we all. Oh, so okay. So you saw it too, and no, because I've always thought that, and I wasn't. But you would never say that, and that's kitchen table. That's when the cameras are off. Child, I need her to wake up. It is sad facts. It is very sad. Honey, child, no, we do see each other. We all see each other. We all see each other, honey. Jesus. This is just ridiculous. I'm just upset because I wish that her father had been a good father because she wouldn't be in this boat. She'd have healthy self-esteem. She'd feel good about herself. And now her dad wants to come in Johnny come lately, like he's some good guy. And it's aggravating because of course she's not going to listen. No, wait, hold on. The husband replied on Instagram. Is that what you're telling me? Hold on, guys. What's his? Oh, he just replied. Oh, he said, I don't have to steal anything that I helped to build. Oh, wait, do you guys want me to play? How long? Wait, how long is this? Hold on. Oh, this is like a long. Do you guys want me to do y'all want me to clip the husband's clap back? Let's do it. Hey, we might as well. We're here. Let's just do it, child. What did Mr. Fantasia say? Okay. Thank you, honey. Help build. Help. Listen. Hold on. That means he's stealing. Okay. Listen, wait up. Hold on. We're gonna play it right here. Wait up. Let me just, okay. Oh, it's long. Well, here, we'll do this. We'll listen to the first, like 3 or 4 minutes. Is that okay? Exactly, honey. Do they share vocal cords? Wait, let's do this. Okay.
Salute. So, my name is Kendall Taylor. For those who know, don't know. This is very uncomfortable for me as a man based on who I am. I prefer to be in the shadows. I prefer to let my work, my character, and my heart for the Lord and for people to speak for me. However, when I find myself in an environment where my wife feels compelled to go to war for me, that's a problem. So against my own methodologies and comfortability, I have a duty to cover my wife and my family. Those that know me know I'm very strategic in how I express emotions, express frustration, and anything that requires a response versus a reaction. What I'm not going to do is allow my wife, my queen, to be in an uproar and do something that causes her to step off her throne of class and sophistication and virtue that I adore about her. So here we are. Be clear, I'm in the manhood business. I deal with men. And as a man, if I have an art with you, if I have a problem with you, I reach out to you direct and we could science that out. And so since a man chose to take shots at me regarding my manhood, let's cook. I've been married to my beautiful bride for 11 going on 12 years. Y'all want to know who I am and what I do? Pause. There's a difference, in my opinion, there's a difference between journalism and blogs. When it comes to journalism, there's a certain level of due diligence that has to be exercised before you put information and content out there to people who trust that information. When it comes to blogs, things get dropped and shared immediately without any due diligence. When I met my wife, I was running my own multi-million-dollar company, period. That means her success, her career didn't build me, didn't shape me. That's because I went to Sunoco Leadership Academy, BMW Black Belt Training, Tuck School of Business, Small Business Accelerator, CMEDI Business Initiative, and had a lot of success and a lot of recognition. I'm grateful for those things because I am a justice impacted individual and I had to overcome tremendous adversity and circumstances in order to break a lot of criminogenic mindsets and trauma and behavior that was keeping me at living at a lower level than what I was capable of. And I experienced incredible success. However, I wasn't satisfied with that success. And I started going into the prisons and sharing the gift of game and being transparent and vulnerable, helping brothers that are forgotten, giving them breadcrumbs so that they could navigate, okay? Then I met my wife. I hope she don't get upset with this, but I'm gonna speak the truth. I asked for the prenup. A prenup wasn't put on me. I asked for it because I had business partners that I needed to protect, and I needed to make sure her family knew that I had no intentions on coming after anything that she had established before she met me. I wanted to create a runway where we could just experience love with each other and figure out what this unnatural, natural feeling was that we were exploring, that was just exploding in both of us, that provoked us to get married after 3 weeks. You dig? After that time, chaos broke out. The gentleman who was taking the initiative to use her and my platform, because he does not have one, to demonstrate things that are beyond false and fictitious. It's beyond that. Didn't show up to the wedding. Didn't want to speak with me, get to know me. And now that I have 2 daughters and a niece, I would never leave them uncovered in that regard. I even have a young man who has a desire to marry my daughter. And I'm going to make it very clear to him that you want to date the things that you like about her, but you're going to be married to the things that you don't. And making that clear, right? I didn't have that type of conversation. As a matter of fact, there were certain people who didn't show up to the wedding because they were not given permission to perform. My wedding was not going to be a performance. And that's why we got married in secrecy in 2014. And then we redeemed that opportunity to have a wedding in 2015. I can literally count on my hands the number of times that I have met Joseph and spoken with Joseph, who used to call me young guy and OG, even though we had no real relationship. This could have been handled with a phone call, but you chose to take another route. Let's get down to it. It became very clear to me when my wife came to me crying in 2015 that she couldn't buy a pocketbook, that something was going on. So I went through the books and I saw very clear that there was a lot of brown bagging and stealing going on, even though I had no knowledge or education in the music industry. I was lost. I was way outside my comfort zone. But wisdom translates across any industry, ethnicity, nationality, geophysical territory. I knew that if I applied wisdom and I asked God to guide me, he would show me how to cover my wife. And it became very evident that people were stealing from her. At the same time, people were stealing from me. And with tears in our eyes and crying, we made the courageous decision to step out there because we can be broke by ourselves. She said, babe, I'm not going to fail on stage, and I know you're not going to fail in your executive position. And we stepped out there. We built Rock Soul. I've been to every meeting. I've been on every call. I've negotiated every contract. I've been a part of every single thing that has allowed her gift to be in the proper place, because I promised her you will never die broke. You will never die strung out on drugs, and you will not die alone like a lot of the greats out there, because I'm your man. That's me. And I've honored that, and I've exceeded my goals. There were times, man, we didn't have but $200,000 in the account, and we got multiple shows to put on, and we having to borrow money. Where was you at then? When my wife had to go through multiple surgeries and I'm there nursing her and cleaning her wounds, where were you then? When we were trying to blend this family and it was challenging for our kids and ourselves, where was your wisdom then, man of God? That was me praying. That was me anointing my children with oil. That was us having to short sell that house at Seton House because we didn't have enough money to keep it pushing, but we prayed and we fasted and we rented properties over here. You know what a date used to look like with me and my wife? We used to get sandwiches from Jersey Mike's and go sit at the airport and talk about the goodness of God and what's going to come. Where was you then? Newsflash, and I'm going to do this respectfully. You remember the last time we gave you $3,500? Since you want to call my name, homie. She didn't want to give it to you. I compelled her to give it to you. I said, baby, we blessed. And if we hold everything in our hands tight, God can't trust us. It's not about an individual. It's about him exercising his faith in us. I'm the reason you got the money. I'm the reason a lot of people in the family have gotten the money because I don't hold on to money. You want to ask me what I do? It's my company with my wife. And this is the first year. What is this, 2026? We've been doing this since 2015. This is the first year I drew a paycheck. This is the first year. Do I set the paycheck for myself? No. This is a business. So we have an enrolled agent who establishes what's a reasonable salary. So if I take, anyway, moving forward. Last thing, I got too many young men around the country that I represent. I am the CEO of Salute First and Salute First Global. We are out here changing lives in school systems and prisons. We on track to give out 100 scholarships this year. We're doing internships, STEM camps. We got summer camps going in Ohio and get ready to do one in Lori. We doing drone certifications. We bringing in graphic design and technical skills. We got partnerships with community colleges and universities. And you ask me what I do. It's because I don't do this. I don't do this, man, because I have yet to see that I made a post and it translated into impact for my students. I've yet to do a post and it brought me a contract. So I post some things from time to time. But my reward, my likes and my follows come in the lives of those that we impacted. We got programs on over 1 million tablets around the prison system around the country. I am part of the governor's executive team. That's all I'm going to share about that. But I'm part of the governor's executive team. What do? I make impact. I stay humble.
Oh my gosh. Guys, he still had another 5 minutes left of his word salad, okay? This is very sad. This is very sad. I made a Moscow Mule. I'm sorry. I know you were upset. A lot of you guys were like, Brooke, where are you? And I was making myself another drink because there was so much foolishness. I couldn't understand what he was saying. Listen, I feel very sorry for him. Well, no, I don't feel sorry for him. I feel very sorry for Fantasia that she has linked herself to a bum. This man, in my opinion, listening to him go on and on and on, he was saying a bunch of nothing. I know he received an honorary degree from a school that's not even accredited. Just a mess. You said, Brooke, don't do that to us again. I feel sorry for us. What are you? That's her fault. A mess. Brooke, I don't blame you. For someone who don't do this, you still talking. He said all that to say I be stealing. Giving out her money, honey. Brooke needs to numb the pain. That was painful to hear and watch. Can I tell you something? You guys are so funny. One of y'all said when you saw him in that too tight suit on Valentine's Day, one of y'all said, you said never trust a man with the church hips. And then one of y'all said something about he has a 3-piece suit. Wait, what did you say? One of y'all said something. Not word taco salad. Oh, hey, Osmond. Osmond, well, where have you been? Osmond, I mean, come on. You're now a moderator and we don't see you for 3 days. Osmond became a moderator on Monday. We haven't seen him till Monday night. Hey, Osmond. Listen, it's true nonsense. Pop it out of that suit like a biscuit. That means nothing but a scammer. It is. That's why I played the video. I really want you guys. Thank you, Chloe. In all seriousness, though, this is a teaching moment. I really hope that you guys are realizing that this is what happens when you tie yourself to a man who has less. You know what I'm saying? It's very sad. You said, Osmond, don't be like Fantasia's husband. You got to work. Yeah, he knows damn well that global initiative hasn't made it out of High Point, North Carolina. Now, I was going to say, would you guys... Wait, hold on. Oh, Ramadan. Oh, for all my Muslim subscribers, happy Ramadan. Is that what you say? Okay, you're saying happy Ramadan. Wait, what was it again? Oh, Brooke, as an accountant, he's mixing a lot of different things together. The company sounds like a nonprofit. However, if an enrolled agent is advising him on this, they have an S corp. My in-laws are EAs. Squoze up in that white tux, a shame. Brooke, don't ever. I don't feel sorry for Fantasia. She's happy. Go be happy, girl. This is very sad. This is very sad. Oh, Osman, you had said I didn't read all of your I didn't read the whole post. Oh, happy Ramadan. Oh, that's why. Okay. Well, happy Ramadan to you. Yes, love you right back. No, that's why y'all were saying happy Ramadan. I didn't read Osman's comment all the way through. Okay. All right. Fantasia not wanting a prenup is crazy. He should have just shut up and ate his food. We'll see how it plays out. No, it is going to play out. It's going to play out how we know it's going to play out. It's going to play out in mess, heartbreak, money's gone, broke. Why didn't anybody tell me? Seeing so many in the comment section saying, oh, her dad is wrong for this, and why can't folks let people be happy? Why can't we see Black women in love? It's like, is everybody okay? This isn't love. This is a horror story. I'm just so upset that people are so easily fooled. A tale as old as time. I know. I thought he said he was rich when he married her. Well, yes. Listen, I knew, first of all, when I heard of how they got together, I said, no, ma'am. You know I don't believe in women shooting their shots. Okay? On top of that, when she went on the Breakfast Club with him and revealed that he was trying to start a trucking company, and she was going to give him the money for the trucks, I said, Fantasia, are you effing serious? A mess. He was fresh out of jail when they met. He's been to jail several times. And also for her to, she's posting her dad's charges for domestic violence, but her husband was charged for domestic violence too. He's been in and out of jail for substances, hitting, abuse. So it's, oh gosh. Yeah, she's invested in him. She has. Listen, I'm so tired. Fanny girl, you in trouble. He said it's his company. He's been called on Instagram about that. He wasn't rich when he married her. Well, we knew that. Well, listen, we knew that. We didn't need him to tell us that. We knew that. And my thing is, it's very concerning to me that when they first got married, all of a sudden her money dried up. But ladies, do you see what happens when you attach yourself to an ain't you know what man? All of a sudden your life goes to you know what? It's not a coincidence. How come she was doing just fine? All of a sudden she marries him, and now they're eating bologna sandwiches and having to do a date night at the airport, watching the planes fly? What are we talking about? Still hasn't clarified anything. I'm going to ask you all, I want to be fair. Do you want to hear the rest of his word salad? There's 5 more minutes of it. I get a little chuckle out of this because it's pure foolishness. Yes, I always say this. A man with nothing to lose will help you lose everything. Yes, it is spiritual. It is. Everything is spiritual. It's true. It's true. It's very true. Yes, very much a mush mouth mess. I do not want a man that bad. No, it is a spirit. It is a spirit. We see each other, honey. Oh, y'all said no. Oh, some of you said yes. Some y'all said, oh, you said no. Oh gosh, you said no. Well, okay. Is it bad that I actually wanted to hear the rest? Because I like a good laugh. I like a good laugh. But if you guys are saying no, then fine. Okay, you said Brooke. Oh, even Jameer. Oh wow, Jameer said no. Let's hear the rest. I'm a completionist. Okay. Yes, she's very desperate. I feel very sorry for her. You said, Fantasia, are you okay, girl? You said yes. Absolutely not. No, these men are bad juju. No, they are. Okay, you said you don't mind. You said Ayana said no, thank you, baby. I don't mind listening to more foolery, but I'll go with the majority. Listen, I'll go with the majority. But do you guys want to listen? I mean, listen, you said all here I need a drink afterwards. Too many women need that Beleza discount. Yes, no, for real, they do. Adam and Eve, Lilo, Beleza. What's the other one? What's the other one? There's another one, but yeah, they need to get on a site and get something. Do you want to laugh together? Just one more. Is it okay? Brooke, are you okay? It's up to you. I can go fix me another snack. Come on, y'all, let her play it. You want me to play it? Do you want me to play it? We'll just
continue to trust God, because sometimes I found myself outside of my comfort zone and outside of my realm of understanding, but I know I can do all things through Christ. So I'm not going to continue to let you go out there and talk about I stole some money when I got rid of the people who stole. And let me bow out like this, man. This done went on too long. This ain't even me, and I'm going to have some people upset with me, but that's okay. One thing I make sure of is that when we build something, that beautiful lady I call my wife, she's got the keys. I make sure that when we build something, she's got the keys. Because if something ever happens to me and she doesn't have the keys, I left her in the worst, my bad, I don't know what's going on. I leave her in the worst position that had she ever been my wife. Our master account, she begs me monthly to go over there and put my name on the account. I don't need my name on the account. If I need a code, because we got to send a wire, Tasia has to send the code. Because it's important for her, after all these years, to have control. Steal? I don't have to steal something I helped build, man. But we're not going to let you go out here and get a platform when you don't even know my daughter. You've never met our oldest son, Trey. Zion has testified to that. You're not a part of our lives. That's not because I pushed you out. You know how many times I sat with my wife and told her that I pray that this family can be restored? I'll never stand in the way of it. I want to talk about it? Rico, you know, I've never stood in the way. Teeny, you know, I've never stood in the way. Zaby, have I not treated y'all like brothers the entire time, though I know lies were spread on me? Though I know people talked about me, have I not treated you like a brother every single time you've been in my presence? It's got to stop. If you upset, pick up the phone, make a phone call, but y'all don't talk. It's unfortunate. I'm only doing this because when I see my wife going outside the boundaries of her sophistication, making a post, I have to step out there. I can't sit in the back and just watch. She's really hard to build a reputation. If you got a problem with me, call me. We could talk about it like men instead of taking this feminine route. That's a feminine move. That's feminine energy, and we're men. And since you went out there like a man, you trying to discredit me like I have low integrity, I have no honor or no ethics about myself. I'm coming and speaking like a man saying, you don't know me. You haven't gotten time. You haven't taken time to take a chance. Do you know how incredible of a son-in-law you would have? That I would do anything within my power to see that you're doing good like I would with Diane and my mama. Don't question my integrity. And for all of y'all who run real quick and thumbing something and sharing something, do your research, because otherwise you being lied to even greater than I'm being lied about. But my reputation, man, I've worked too hard, man. I've overcome too much, man. And I've suffered and sacrificed too much for you to just hop on live and feel some type of way. Who did you talk to that said I was stealing money? We still waiting. You won't find nobody. There is nobody. Who said I took, oh, last thing. I'm tired of people not giving my wife the credit. She runs Rock Soul. We don't move, we don't book, we don't confirm anything that she doesn't desire. Nobody, period. In the same breath, we don't release, fire, or change somebody that she doesn't desire to have removed a place. I don't fire nobody. Nobody's gotten a termination letter from me. I'm not the CEO of Rock Soul. I'm the president. We follow her when it comes to Rock Soul. They follow me when it comes to Salute. So give her the credit and understanding that she can make smart business decisions, that she's got intuition, that she's clever, that she's got a business head on herself, and stop taking ownership, because what you do every time you say I do something, you discredit her growth and her achievements as a boss. You could have called me. Stop all of this. You stop, she stop, y'all don't talk no other time. So let's not use this platform so they can make a mockery of it. This ain't Black history. This ain't character. This ain't kingly. And none of this is of Christ. I hope I haven't said anything to offend you. I hope I haven't said anything that I have to repent for. And I damn sure ain't said nothing that ain't true. So you want to know who I am? This is who I am. And I prefer to go back to the shadows, but I'm not going to be looking over my head when I'm walking around the arena at the shows and I'm walking into meetings with people looking at me sideways. Nah, you haven't earned that right to discredit or question my integrity, because I built myself before I even knew you or my wife existed. And I'm going to maintain my character as long as God gives me an opportunity, because I answer to him. I don't answer to you, and I never bow my head before no man but Christ my Lord. So I ain't going to bow before you now. I forgive you. I forgive you. And if I've done anything that makes you feel a certain way, find it in your heart to forgive me, since we talking that God talk. We all trying to figure it out here. But let's do it in love. Let's do it in privacy, and let's do it with
Ain't no way in heaven or hell a man could have a woman with that kind of spirit and that kind of soul and not try to be an angel. So I said to Miss Fantasia, I said, brother, Fantasia is looking for an angel. He said, well, she's been an angel to me. I said, I know. But I want you to be an angel for her. We take advantage of our women. We use them. We corrupt their gifts. You need a man, sisters, made in the image of God.
Oh, sorry. Okay, y'all. So that was Minister Farrakhan when he loves Fantasia, by the way. There was he was doing like a sermon and Fantasia was there and he was calling out Kendall because he got a feeling that something wasn't right. And that's when he said to Kendall, he said, is she your angel? And he said, well, she's an angel to me. And that's when Minister Farrakhan said, well, you know, you need a man of God, ladies. That was his slick way of saying, Fantasia, this ain't it. So her father referenced how Minister Farrakhan even said that to his daughter, that this man ain't it. Now, again, as you guys can see, I saw your comments as I was playing the rest of Kendall's rant, honestly and truthfully, he sounds guilty. He sounds very guilty. Yeah, Farrakhan clocked it. He clocked it. He clocked it. He saw right through the bull. He did. He did. He saw right through the foolishness. He sure did. I think that Fantasia is in a very sad situation. That's what I think. Ladies, please stop shooting your shots with men. Please stop shooting your shots with men. I'm going to say this one more time. Stop shooting your shots with men. Also, one of y'all wrote in my, so shout out to everybody who was in yesterday's live for Beverly Hills. We had a great time. There was 3 hours of the live went all over the place. It was this great conversation, right? We talked about manifestation, being intentional about your words, the power of the tongue. One of y'all wrote in the comment section, you wrote how you think dating is hard and it's tough and you're not having the best time. You're on dating apps. And I told you politely, I said, please get off the dating apps. I don't believe in dating apps. For the girls who believe in dating apps, great. God bless y'all. But okay, don't come in here being contrarian and say, oh, well, Brooke, I'm not talking to y'all. If you like it, I love it, great. But as for me, go outside, look cute, go outside, but that whatever. So you had a very sad report about dating, and you went to this event and you just seem very burnt out, right? And I wrote back to you, the power of the tongue is real. If you say that there's no good men out there, if you say that dating's hard, you're going to get what you say. So be positive, in all seriousness, I know you're probably saying, why are you talking about this now? But it all ties in. If you're desperate, if you're defeated, also, when you go out, stop looking for a man. You should not be looking for a man. Go out and look good, but don't be looking for a man. Men can sense that you're on the prowl for a man. It's not cute. It's not attractive. It looks desperate. I think that we're seeing women of all statuses, celebrities, non-celebrities, somewhere in the middle, falling for desperation. Do not show your tiredness and your exhaustion with dating. If you have that defeated look when you go out, oh my gosh, if I could just get a man, child, oh my gosh, where's my man? Stop joking like that. Stop saying, where's my husband? Or it's desperate. It's really desperate. And I just think that, Fantasia was she was coming out of a dark time when she met this man, and her shooting her shot and the desperation, it all ties in. Ladies, please leave the desperado behavior alone. It's not serving you. If you feel the need to shoot your shot with the man, just know that things have gone terribly wrong. Okay? I'm serious, y'all. Just listen, enjoy life, look good, keep yourself up. I know that's controversial to say. People get mad if you say, a little lipstick never hurt nobody, child. But you can't tell the truth anymore these days. People want to hear what they want to hear, and they want the results. But let me get off of that before they clip this on TikTok and they're upset. So let me just stay away from that. But I'm just saying, keep yourself up, look good, get some hobbies, get a life. It shouldn't just be you go to work and go home. Go outside. I'll give you a pass. The last few weeks, it's been unbearably cold, so I get it, right? Everybody's been inside. But when it gets warmer out, go outside, explore. Jamila, yes. But if you say that, Jamila, it's all hell breaks loose. Yes, I always tell my daughter, look her best. You never know who you're going to meet. Exactly. Yes, live for you, not for others. Yes, when you look good, you feel good. Yes. Anyway, child, listen, it's true. But if you say that, it's World War III if you say that. So let's just, it's true. Get some hobbies, get a life. Let a friend convince me to try a dating app. Never again. People gave people access to me I never speak to. Yeah, when you're outside, you meet everybody and have the best time. It's true. It's very true. It's a lot of weirdos, but you know what? But Listen, I have the dating app warriors get upset every time I say that, so let me just be quiet. But we see each other. Oh, hey, Nikki Chalet. Thank you for the super chat. Sending you love, Brooke and chat. Good news. Officially graduated my PhD in July. Oh, congratulations. And got an offer for a postdoctoral fellowship position. I really, really wanted it. Lined up right after. Oh, God is good. Cheers, Nikki. Cheers. Oh, my gosh. That's wonderful news. This is what I want to hear. This is what I want to hear. And you already know. You better date somebody on your level or higher. Okay, you already know, you know that. So I don't want to on your level or higher. I know that's right. Come on, PhD, exactly. God is good. Yes, honey, a doctor in the house, honey. Yes. You said Farrakhan told no lies. I'm telling you, he saw right through it. He saw right through the BS. He said, Fantasia, this ain't it. That was his slick way of saying, this ain't it. This ain't it, honey. Yes, it's very true. You said, wait, someone said something. Looks like Jennifer Williams is about to go down again. Oh, again, wait, more news came out with her husband? I can't. One day I'm going to close up shop. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of hearing about more and more of our celebrities and just Black women in general who are, doing well for themselves, being struck by desperation and getting with bums. I can't, it's like there's nothing more I can say at this point. Like nobody's listening. Just a mess. Just like Steve tried to put Kiki on game. She didn't want to hear it. Exactly. Pack her scamming ass up. Brooke, you have a PhD alert. Oh, I'm screaming. Brooke, you have a PhD alert and Ramadan reminder. I'm sharing my birthday. Oh, with you today too. We all congregate here. Oh, I love this. Yes, honey. Oh, it's happy. Oh, and it's Ash. For all the Christians, it's Ash Wednesday today. So yes, honey, Easter time is coming. So we have Ramadan, Ash Wednesday. Yesterday was Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday. Nikki has her PhD. So look at this. It's your birthday. So happy birthday to you. Wow, it's a real celebration. It's a real celebration. I love this. I learned the hard way, but I've been delivered. As long as you've been delivered, I'm very happy to hear that. Brooke said, what's not clicking? I'm sorry. It's like you can only say things so many times. You can only say things so many times. I saw the woman who's now engaged to the man who did 13 years in prison. She moved into her house. This is craziness. Then there's another story going around. One of y'all tagged me in the story. The woman's Nigerian. She's married a bum. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Oh, shout out to one of y'all who let me know. You informed me yesterday that the video of the woman in the walker proposing to the man on Valentine's Day, that was a skit. Thank God. Thank God. I mean, you shouldn't make a skit like that. That's not funny. Why would you even joke like you would propose to a man? But I'm glad to know that it was fake. So, goodness gracious. It's just, I know it's so much going on. Mardi Gras is over. We had a time yesterday. Oh, I know you did. Oh, it's Chinese New Year too. Well, look at this. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy birthday. No, we are getting close to the end times. We are. We really are. You said even if you look presentable and go out doesn't mean men will necessarily approach. I mean, let's just move on. Yes, I know. Yes, it's Ash Wednesday, the start of Lent today. Yes. I had a comment. I was, yes. Oh my gosh. Y'all have me screaming. Yes, if he wants to, he will. I just listen. Andrew, you have me screaming. Yes, you're not always going to be approached. The right one will come at the right time. Ciao. Brooke is hilarious. She didn't say, why would you play like your inner walker? She said, why would you play like you proposed to a man? No, I mean, listen, I don't, I'm just saying the whole skit was very sad to watch. Listen, sometimes I just don't have a comment. I just don't know what to say. Sometimes I just don't know what to say. Yeah, but of course but no, I look good for myself, of course, first and foremost. Oh, Osman, you missed the joke. So you missed the whole story about the subscriber who emailed me 6 months ago demanding a job and a $95,000 salary. And she told me she plans on working from 10 to 3. She wants family leave, PTO, sick leave, 20 vacation days. She wants a quarterly bonus, a Roth IRA, 401k, all that. Okay. Demanded. And I wrote back to her, Godspeed. Didn't even greet me in the email. There was no, hi, Brooke, how are you? It was, I want this salary. I know you have it. I can start on Monday. I can only work Monday through Thursday, 10 to 3. Yeah, so you missed that. Go back and watch Potomac recap. We laughed for at least 20 minutes. We could not stop laughing. Yeah, she wanted a sign-on bonus. The story was so good, we forgot it was Potomac. We sure did. You don't understand. You don't understand. We had a good old time. You see what happens when the mods take PTO? I know. She just chat GPT all the terms to use in employment negotiations. She saw those old luxury unboxing videos, decided they wanted a piece. Well, yeah, she saw the, she probably saw my Instagram. She probably saw the YouTube shorts, my TikTok videos where I will post when I go shopping and stuff like that. So she probably said, oh, okay, I sent a mess, honey. Yeah, no manners at all. No etiquette. Honey, a mess. I wonder if she was trolling. No, I don't think she was. I don't think she was. I think that it was just full-blown insanity. Because I don't believe it was like, this is my final offer, take it or leave it. I want $95,000 base salary plus a bonus. It was demanding. How are you begging and demanding at the same time? It was bizarre. I said, wow. No, she said, no, it was wild. It was really wild. So she put you on notice, honey. No, true craziness. She brought you into that boardroom for that meeting today, honey. She said, take it or leave it. She said, honey, my final offer. My mom said, all they can do is say no. If that was her final offer, what was her first one? Her first one was $94,500, and the final offer was $95,000 flat plus a quarterly bonus. Oh my gosh. Doing 95 is a new 28. I have a good deep laugh every time the assistant story is brought up because it's just so good. Beggars can be choosers, she said, honey. Now that's my kind of trolling. Oh no. I just hit send and sit at home laughing to myself. No, that's not, but that's like, but that's silly though. Why would you do that? Now, she's embarrassed. I haven't seen her back on my channel in months because I'm sure she's embarrassed. And I know if she's been watching in secret and she saw me telling the story on Monday, I know she was embarrassed because I was like, who does that? That's weird. You're a weirdo. You have no sense. You have no manners. You have no couth. That's weirdo behavior. How are you? You're demanding. You're pocket watching. It's weird. It's jarring. It's unsettling. The whole thing was crazy. Just a mess, honey. Listen. There are nuts in this world, honey. It takes all kinds, I guess. She's upset she didn't get the job. She's with maybe it was Connie. That might have been Connie, honey. You said 28,000, right? 28,000 and 95,000. We had to adjust for inflation. Gia, you are on a roll. Gia, you had me screaming, okay? Oh my gosh. Maybe it was 95,000 pesos. No, honey. She said USD, American dollars. She wanted 25K around her neck, 16 on her wrist, a little 2K on her feet, and 225 on her ears. Oh my gosh. Yes, honey, all kind of nuts. It's very sad. You said 28,000 just for reaching out to you. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord. Y'all have me yelling in here. Oh my goodness. Please, y'all. Y'all have me screaming. Let's read these super chats for these men. Hey, hi, Vibe. Thank you for the super chat. Her father should record an apology for being the reason his daughter is chasing his love and every man she's with. I agree. But he is correct. He is correct with what he's saying. But you're right, though. Her father started this by being a deadbeat father. And her father, now hold on, y'all. Am I remembering this correctly? Didn't her father sue her? Didn't her father sue her years ago? So yeah. I just choked on my drink. You said, not Absidev. She's a dreamer. She likes to dream a lot. Yes, honey, I am not indeed, honey. Hope she learned the best from Pam Oliver. Was this the same subscriber that demanded that you answer her about Garcelle asking for it the third time? No, it wasn't her. It wasn't her. It wasn't her. I would have wrote, I regret to inform you that we will not be moving forward with your application. Well, honey, she told me, take it or leave it. Oh my gosh, y'all have me screaming, please. You said it's Amsterdam, child. You finna get a bad rating on Glassdoor. Yes, for millions after her book came out. Yes, he did. Her father said she lied about him. That's why he, oh, okay. He sued her for 10 million apparently. Just a mess. That's really sad. I mean, I think that with her father, it's too little too late. It's too little too late. Yeah, she didn't even attach her resume. That was the crazy part. Imagine demanding a job, demanding a job, and then you don't even have your resume attached. It's very, very silly, very foolish. Yes, honey, they sure do. She didn't say no job application. She said, this job is mine. They need to go on LinkedIn, honey, because they need to be on LinkedIn for an actual job application. Yes, no resume. Yeah, the family dysfunction does play a huge role in Fantasia's mental. No, it does. It does. It does. Oh, you said, hey, Bio Miss Flores. Thank you for the super chat. You said, so he is just a knockoff Kevin Samuels. Oh, he does look like him. He does. You're right. That's exactly who he looks like. He does. Hey, Carlos Harris. Thank you for the super chat. Money can increase your lifestyle, but it won't increase your self-esteem if it's low. Very true. Very true. Hey, Gadget Girl 99. Thank you for the super chat. Candy needs to school Fantasia. Well, how can the blind lead the blind? Candy's also desperado #1. So how can she help? I mean, I guess you can say, well, girl, learn from my mistake, but Candy's also a sugar mama, a big mama, like Marlo said to her. So listen, no. How can she help her? And Candy's in the comments too. Go on Fantasia's, if you go on Fantasia's page, when Fantasia posted the video, Candy wrote, this is so sweet. I love this for you, sis. So please, Candy's loving this whole charade. So a mess. Candy can't help anybody, can't even help herself. Just sad. Very sad. Go to Fantasia's page. When you go to the post where her husband did this big display, Candy's the first one in the comments saying, oh, I love this for you, sis. How beautiful. So Candy's fooled. So Candy can't help anybody. Hey, so Steph, thank you for the super chat. I don't feel sorry for Candy. She relished in being a sugar mama. Yes, Tasha needs to get out though. I agree. Hey, Candy J, thank you for the super chat. Oh, you said Kendall gives Damon Wayans' prison character in living color. I'm screaming, using all those big words. Hey, Sean Unfiltered, thank you for the super chat. What type of eclecta nonsense? Shout out to Cam Newton for that eclecta. Hey, Maya D, thank you for the super chat. He's doing too much to prove he ain't doing anything. Exactly. Hey, MSC 2757, thank you for the super chat. Methodology and comfortability, he's full of ish. Exactly. Hey, Shada, thank you for the super chat. This sounds like a setup. I need her to look deeper in this company. It sounds like something big is happening. He's fixing to put the blame on her. I'll tell you this. I believe that those missing funds, allegedly, are him taking it out for something else, and he used the other rest of her funds for that 11-carat ring. Because again, what money is he bringing in that he can afford an 11-carat diamond ring? It's not lost on me. If you go back and watch, you want me to play the video again? When you watch the video of him coming on that stage, when he puts the new ring on her finger, why did he put the old ring in her purse? Any man worth his salt would have put that old ring on another finger. Why did he put that old ring in his pocket? Huh? Just saying, y'all. Just saying. She definitely bought that new ring for herself. She sure did. Child, a mess. Respectfully, no, Brooke. Oh, don't play it again. I'm screaming. Listen, y'all. He definitely took that ring. He took it. He's going right to the pawn shop, honey, to get his money. He's playing Tetris with that money. I saw that too. Oh, yeah, exactly. Why did he put it on her right finger? That told me everything that I needed to know. That move right there. Hey, Tiff D, thank you for the super chat. Remember Candy's all about my man. So close that school she's teaching, just saying, a mess. Hey, Shame Inc., thank you for the super chat. I've had MS for 30 years. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. Live every moment, leave the bums behind. Everything else will come. Amen. Listen, amen to that. Amen to that. But my heart, I'm just sending you a lot of love. I'm sending you a lot of love. I really am. Thank you for sharing that. I'm very sorry to hear that. But you're absolutely right. Tomorrow's not promised. Live every moment. Seize the day, leave nothing on the table, and leave the bums behind, and stop being desperate. So, wait, did I? Okay, no, okay, so I've read all the super chats. He snatched it so quick you would have thought he was a repo man, okay? I don't think he really spent $1 million on a new ring. Fantasia got a diamond tester. Oh my gosh. You think it's a diamond tester? Oh, I really hope that's not the case. Not a moissanite. Jesus. He's going to pawn that ring. That's why he pocketed it. Yes, I definitely live for today. Did anyone else notice that he called the old ring little, but it was larger than the one he gave her? Oh, wait, the old ring is bigger than the new one? Ooh. Not a tester, honey. Jesus. I clocked that too. At least get a lab diamond. Jesus. He ain't buying no 11-carat diamond. Jesus. Fix it, black Jesus. Cubic zirconia. Jesus. 11 carats of moissanite is crazy. Not a diamond neat. The old ring definitely looked bigger. I saw that. The old ring looked bigger. Oh, I didn't even catch that. I did not even catch that. I've been so disgusted by this nonsense. I saw the way he pocketed the old ring so fast. I wasn't even able to compare which one was bigger. Jesus, 11 carats of candy rocks. I am screaming. I didn't even notice that. Yes, it did look bigger. I wonder if he said that because she paid for the old ring. Jesus. He buying her a diamond with her own money. Exactly. He went down to Zales and put it on a payment plan. Jesus. He did that just to get the old ring. He probably got that ring in an alley. He moved it so fast you couldn't peep it. Yeah, I didn't peep it. I didn't peep that the old ring was bigger. I did not peep that the old ring was bigger at all. Oh, gosh. He was hoping Fantasia didn't notice either. Jesus. He got that ring off of AliExpress. A shame and a sin. He could have purchased a new ring, but the one she got herself 11 years was bigger. Jesus. And I'm screaming. You said she bought the old ring. She bought all her rings, honey. You said, okay, B. Simone. Jesus. This is getting worse, honey. Worse and worse. That's why he did it on stage to blindside her. Show us again the rings. y'all, I didn't see the difference, only because, again, you saw how I was staring close into the screen. I didn't see the difference. Honestly and truthfully, he picks the old ring up so quickly, you don't even see it. I don't even see it. I didn't see it. Did you guys see it? I didn't notice anything. Child. You said, Ann, seen that ring gonna turn her finger green. He was wearing that ring tight as hell too. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He didn't. I didn't. I was. Listen. We just watched it again. You see how he grabs the old ring, so he grabbed that thing so quickly and so tightly that I was unable to see it again. If which one was bigger. He took the other one. Oh, he did. He took it off way too fast. Way too fast. Child. He said, "Give me that," and snatched it up. I do too. I never mind. I'm not even gonna say it, because what y'all know what I want to say, but I saw one of y'all when I played the video in the comments. You were like, "Close your mouth, Fanny. Like, why is your mouth always open like that?" And let's just move on. Let's just move on. Yes, honey, sleight of hand, very much so. Giving magician, very much. Now you see it, now you don't. Because we all just saw. I just played the clip again of when he replaces the old ring with the new ring, and he took that old ring so quickly, I didn't see anything. Child. Yes, you know what I'm thinking. Yes, yes, yes. She was on her knees so desperate and basically pleading that she deserves any form of love. Yes, it was very, yes, yes. We see each other. That's exactly what that, like, one of these days we'll have a real conversation. All that crying and shaking. He said he never got to propose. Well, yeah, how could he propose the first time around? She was pursuing him. She shot her shot with him. And they got married 3 weeks later. A mess. Gosh. I'm just so tired. Oh, okay. Did you come in late? When did you come into this live? Because I played the whole 17-minute video of the husband's response. I played the whole 17-minute video. You'll have to go back. If you go back to like the hour 30 mark, you'll see that I played the whole video and we talked about it. Child, how does a marriage happen with no proposal? Thank you. Child. Wait, what happened? What did X Tina say? What did you say? Wait, what happened? Down on her knees begging him, please. Wait, who said what? Wait, what did X Tina say? Just like a sticky fingered hustler. Wait, oh no, why would you? Lord have mercy, why would you say that? X Tina, and did. This is like a crime scene. I feel like he was trying to steal her moment. He could have done that some other time. I agree. The crowd said, I came for the music, not this. That's not true. The way the crowd was, the way the crowd was going crazy, they were loving it. And in the comments, she's gotten 1 million likes on that post. And you see so many in the comments, oh, I'm just so happy for you, girl. I hope somebody loves me like this. Oh, like just a mess. Just a mess. Just a mess. You said no proposal from that man, yet they got married. Fanny dragged that man to the courthouse, kicking and screaming. Oh, child. I would have walked out. Yeah, okay. I said I don't want to get in trouble if I say that, but that's exactly. We see each other. That's it, because the way they were hooping and hollering. No shade. Very much that. The crowd was geeked. Thousands of pick-me's locked the door. Prayers of intercession are needed. I do too. I really do too. I truly do. I do too. That's my prayer. That is my prayer. I feel like my prayers are in vain when it comes to this. Oh gosh. Listen, honey. Oh no, Jesus, Blanche, please. Oh no. Y'all are in rare form today. Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop before I'm about to shut this live down, honey. It was definitely, yep, late 40 to 50 plus in that audience going bananas. Yeah, I hate when a man takes a moment about his woman, makes it about him. Yes, like when Offset did this to Cardi, it's such an ick and a red flag. I agree with you. That was her moment. It wasn't about him. You would have thought they were praising God with all that noise. Any man's better than no man. Yep, senseless auntie babble, very much so. This is very sad. This is very sad. Yes, yep. Listen, child, just y'all, please stop before I get in trouble. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. All right, it's time to go. It's time to go. We had a nice time. Jesus. Do y'all see this comment? Down. Reading down. Down. It wasn't, listen, Jesus. 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 Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm speechless. No, you didn't tell any lies. You didn't tell any lies. Listen, on the floor. On the floor. On the floor. Because where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? Come, yes, honey, come get the last baddie chain. Yes, tonight. Everybody, y'all have all been drinking tonight. I mean, y'all really came ready tonight. Let me tiptoe on out the door. Jesus, yes, yes. That's exactly what that woman who moved the man in after that one day to Chili's. Yes. Yes, honey, that was the word for the day. Star of today's live. Yes. Mally, is that your name? Your name is Mally. Mally, you did that, honey. I can't. I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say. You said you're tipsy. No wonder you're such a hater tonight. Woo. Jesus. Yes, I agree. No, y'all are speaking facts tonight. You said her parents are at fault for her illiteracy, religion for her desperation. My God. My God. My God. My God. Y'all are, honey. And did clear the room, honey. Clear the room. Whew. Very sad. You said it was me, Monique. Okay. Oh no, Monique, I was your profile, your username is Mo. Oh, it's Mo Will. Okay, Mo Will. I was saying Mally. Sorry about that. Okay, well now I know for the next time that your name is Monique. Perfect. Well, you clear the room with that, honey. Clear the room with that. And didn't, and did not. No, you can like somebody and be sad that they're making a foolish choice. There's nothing wrong with saying, listen, you're going off, this is the wrong path. You're with the wrong man. This man does not. I saw somebody say, leave Fantasia alone. She's happy. And I've seen folks say that on other social platforms. And I'm like, This is the reason why so many people are in the boat that they're in, because nobody's willing to tell the truth. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I like Fantasia enough to say she's lost her mind. I agree. Her discernment is completely off. I agree. Yes, exactly. You said, child, please. Yes, have love for her, but it's like, damn, exactly. Oh gosh, it gets to a point. She is too old for this. I tolerate her. Great talent, dumb decision. This is why we say complacent. There's something naive about her. Yes. Yes, he's supposed to be on his knees if he wants to propose. You're completely right, Brooke. Fantasia struggles so much in life, she's still struggling. My God. Mm-mm-mm. No, I knew what you meant. I know there is a difference. You're absolutely correct. No, I knew what you meant. I clocked exactly what you meant. Don't let folks in the chat who are being obtuse, you didn't say anything wrong. I agree. I agree with you. Exactly. There's a difference between knowing who the Lord is and being religious. They're not the same. So no, I got what you were saying. I got it on the first try. You didn't say anything wrong. Can't repost if you never proposed. Exactly. Love is not the opposite of criticism. Exactly. He was going to rip his suit on his knees. Oh, gosh. Yes, she had that baby with that married man, desperation, and then was happy that this loser married her after 3 weeks. More desperation. Exactly. Exactly. Jesus. Well, y'all, also that suit was that cheap stretch fit material, not wool or cashmere. He was going to bust out like the Hulk. Yes, religion and relationship are two different things. Exactly. Yes, yes. They married after 3 weeks, 21 days, and she pursued him. I really can't. I just Brooke, in regards to kitchen table talk, have you considered making a Discord for your community? I don't know, because you still have, you have people still sneaking in and they'll try to screen record and post. I don't know if it's worth it. I think we're going to keep it just like this. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So for right now, listen, I don't have any desire to do Discord or Patreon. So we're going to keep it right here on YouTube. Yep, they met on the rooftop bar. They sure did. They sure did. A mess. Mm-hmm. Yep. Discord would be an effing mess. Okay, well, I'm not, listen, I've told everybody, please, it's not happening. Yes, honey, Brooke keep telling you she's staying right here. Exactly, but it's not changing over here. I just learned this story tonight, and I still already knew the daddy wasn't lying. You reap what you sow every time. Brooke, so I'm just going to sing here a little song for y'all, okay? Let the mouse go, honey. Discord is the Wild West. Okay, yeah, you know I don't do weirdo, so no thank you. Well, yes, stay tuned. Stay tuned. 11-year anniversary is so random. Exactly. Exactly. Yep, we see each other. You said they met in sin, honey. Listen, it's a mess. Yeah, exactly. So y'all, oh goodness. Yeah, this is Brooke's third time telling us. Exactly. Yes, honey. Come on, Dorothy. Dorothy, let them know. Say, let the dream go, please. Please. Yes. Driving to Charlotte Douglas Airport, wishing and hoping and thinking it's prayer. Oh my God. Can you imagine you're a Grammy award winning artist? You marry this loser who's been in and out of jail for several times, for three times. All of a sudden, your money gets funny. You guys are now broke right after you get married to him after 21 days. And now you're having airport dates where you drive to the airport to watch the planes take off. And you're a Grammy award winning artist who had millions. I just. Gosh. Oh, gosh. They wrote a book about it. They wrote a book They wrote a book about how they met, a relationship book. Yeah, he was in jail. He was in jail eating Jimmy John's. Oh my gosh. Lord, just a mess, honey. What the F is an airport date? Foolishness. Foolishness. So the airport story was really none of our business. Please don't give these men no cheap ideas. Not me, girl. Not me. Not me. No, my family was an anomaly. I wasn't taught any of this nonsense. The church I grew up in, I didn't hear any of this nonsense. If anybody was speaking that nonsense, we would have changed churches. Yeah, not me. Not me. No. I was taught correctly. Mm-mm-mm-mm. You said, instead of wishing on the stars, you wishing on Delta Child. Oh, no. Oh, I really stopped paying Fantasia mind. Yes, it was last year. She said that she had lost one of her diamond rings and Tyler Perry replaced the ring. When she told that story, my first thought was, shouldn't your husband have replaced that ring? Why is another man replacing the ring for you? Right? Right? For my married folks, for my married women, am I crazy or no? My first thought was, that's a bit strange that Tyler Perry had to replace a diamond ring and her husband didn't. And that was, oh gosh. Yes, she said that in response to allegations about Tyler. She did that. Yep. Just, child. That was definitely weird, child. The same reason why Tyler and Simon had to bail her out financially while she was married. Well, no, Simon bailed her out when she was single. This was when she was dating. This is right before she started dating the married man from T-Mobile. And then, okay, I didn't know about Tyler bailing her out again while they were married. But yes, Simon Cowell bailed her out financially before she started dating the married man in T-Mobile. I've noticed that. I've noticed that. Because churches where they're not teaching that. The married man from T-Mobile, no shade, but shade. No, it's the truth. Remember, she was dating the married man from T-Mobile, and then she was really upset by the backlash. The wife sued her and him because in North Carolina they have that alienation of affection law where the wife or the spouse can sue the mistress or the side piece. And I remember this. She had a nervous breakdown and was in the hospital. We all remember that. That was the same time. Yeah, Simon said he's our favorite winner. We got to be correct. They were earrings. Oh, okay. They were earrings that Tyler Perry replaced. Okay. But I guess the same thing, though. I'm just surprised that Tyler has replaced them. You know what I'm saying? No, if you just Google it, Google what I'm saying. Google it, and you'll remember she was dating the married man from T-Mobile. And then Wendy Williams called her out about it, like Fantasia. Are you serious right now? Y'all are gonna get y'all talking about Mr. T-Mobile. Yes, Nene did get sued by that man, by her man's wife. Yep, she sure did. The side piece sued and won. How did y'all block out that whole reality show era? Remember? Yeah, her reality show was a mess. Her whole family was dysfunctional. The brother Rico, a mess. Does the T-Mobile guy even see his son? I don't know. That's a good question. Yes, it was very sad. You said, oh no, the principle still applies, child. I just had to be correct. I know that's right. No, I'm all for it. I'm all for getting all the facts straight. You're right. You're right. Let's get the facts straight. You're correct. I remember T-Mobile's wife had all his belongings thrown out in the front yard of their apartment. Oh, really? I wonder if they're back together or if they just divorced. Her and Keisha Cole had crazy reality shows. They did. I watched that show with all the brothers. Yep. They covered the affair in her reality show. Her aunt was not feeling that affair at all. She was pissed. Yes, they were. He would show up. They'd be going on dates, and then the paparazzi would get them, and then Fantasia would be crying about how she wants them to leave her alone, and they're in love, and it's a bad situation, but they're in love with each other. Just a hot mess. Yeah, I hope the wife divorced. We'll be here all day, honey. That live would have to be under a Patreon, but it'll never happen because we'll have people infiltrating and even the trolls and the warriors will pay money to listen to what I have to say. But you absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Not me, girl. Not me. That's all I'm going to say about that before they flood this chat with their nonsense. Not me. We're just going to leave it right alone. We're going to leave that right alone. We're going to leave that right alone. You said, girl, please. She wasn't having it. Was it T-Mobile man? Back when reality TV was messy. Oh, she took him back? Child. Child, you said Candy and Fanny are the same person in different fonts. Yes, honey. All the trolls and the contrarians will be out that day with their capes on. Oh, wow. I think you're right. Yeah, he was like really like muscular and buff. I remember that. Desperado pandemic, honey. I'm telling you. Oh, goodness, child. Dot, where are you with the food and the men's plates? Dot said she's on lunch break. Yes, it is desperation. It is pure desperation. Aunt Bunny was the realest one. Yeah, because she said, what are you doing? Why are you with a married man? Let this man divorce his wife first. Okay, come on, Dot. Dot's back. Oh, wow. Fanny probably has to pay him child support, so they're probably living off of her coin also. Oh, I didn't even think about that. She probably is paying the ex, the baby's father, the married man. She probably is paying him child support because they have the son together. I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh, I'm so upset. I've never understood the appeal of a married man. I haven't either. Yes, hold on, guys. Sorry, y'all. Y'all, I am so sorry about that. Oh my gosh, everything is good. Everything is fine. False alarm. Apologies. No, I'm good, y'all. I'm good. No, I'm good. Everything is fine. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. I know I'm good. So I had a sweet potato and the sweet potato like burned up. So I've been talking so long. Oh my gosh, you never know what to expect. I forgot all about my sweet potato. I was supposed to cut the live short at 7. The sweet potato burned up and now the alarm went off. So I'm fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Fantasia's over there rolling on the ground like Patti LaBelle and set the alarm off. Oh my gosh. Oh, I burned my sweet potato, so it's fine. I guess it's a sign. I can just like order some sushi or something. Oh my gosh. No, everything is fine, y'all. Everything is fine. Just my sweet potato. I think it's a sign to order some food and not cook. Yes, I'm upset. That's a desperado's fault. Well, no, it was a good conversation because the time got away from me. That's my fault. That's my fault. No, I feel I cannot. You said just order, child. Just go eat and call us tomorrow. Get some Cheesecake Factory. Listen, y'all, I feel, oh my goodness. I hope I didn't scare y'all. Oh my goodness. You said, R.I.P. sweet potatoes. You said, wait, hold on. Fantasia burning up your food because she's mad. I blame Kendall for this. Tyra came through the chimney and burned your sweet potato. Oh my gosh, Dorothy's back, honey. Oh, that's so sweet. Hi, Lanithia. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. You're so sweet for the sweet potato. Thank you. Oh no, I'm so sorry, y'all. No, it's so fine, y'all. Oh my goodness. You cannot make this up. You see what happens when I stay longer with you guys. Now my sweet potatoes all burnt. I'm trying to have a nice healthy dinner. I was gonna do some nice fresh salmon and some cabbage with some sweet potato, but now I'm not gonna have that. Now my sweet potatoes burnt up. Maybe I'll just have some salmon and some vegetables, I guess. So, oh my Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Oh my goodness, y'all. Woo! You can't make this up. Lord, has this happened to anybody else? No, I did. No, you're right. I did. I was like, okay, guys, it's time for me to go. And y'all just kept joking around. Just a mess. You can have salmon in your sushi, girl. Yeah, you're right. I blame the Dusty. Now we have sweet potato gate. Lord have mercy, y'all. I'm going to go. We're going to end this and I will see you all later. Okay. Y'all, shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to y'all. I hope you guys had a good time. Not you blaming us like Tyra. Oh no. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. I will see you all later. It's the AI bus driver, child. It's okay. It's okay. I'll just order something to eat. Okay. Oh, that's very sweet. Hey, Dorothy. Thank you for the super chat. Sweet potato fun. Oh, that's very sweet. That's okay. I'm going to order some sushi. I will see you all later. Okay. I hope I didn't scare you. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm like so embarrassed. It's never happened before. Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all later. Oh my gosh. I hope the folks in the replay aren't like, what the F, but whatever. It's fine. All right, y'all. Okay, guys. I will see you all probably tomorrow. So, okay, y'all. Have a good night.